Hey, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to the Done Creative. I hope you're all having the Done Creative Live. I should clarify, the Done Creative is a whole other entity. We are the Done Creative Live over here. This is all up in my face, but I wanted to light some smoke for this wonderful first day of April. Yes, April Fool's Day, as they call it. But you know what? I am here for it. I am excited. I always have, since growing up and being a little more mature, have used April Fool's Day as a day to just compliment people and do little random acts of kindness rather than tricking people. Like, I don't know. It's just something I've been called to do. So maybe some of you are feeling a little bit of that energy as well. But I'm actually going to move this incense out of the way so we can get into the new moon energies, new moon in Aries. Yes, we are here for this wonderful new springtime energy or autumn time energy for the southern hemisphere. I'm going to go ahead and move this over here to a more safe location so I can do the readings. Here we go. Okay. So welcome everybody. We already have a couple donations here for our little reading live stream portion after our collective reading. Hello, Amber. Hello, Susie. Hello, Jessie. Mary Ann is here as well. Tanishka is here. So good to have everybody. Yeah, so we're going to get into this collective reading. And yeah, this new moon is taking place in Pisces for Vedic astrology and Aries for Western astrology. But either way you shake it, the Pisces new moon and the Aries new moon, they have very similar vibes because really they are closing out the end of the whole zodiac for Pisces in one regard, so an ending, and then starting a new zodiac year with Aries, a new beginning. So really they are very similar energies, although I'm really more leaning into Aries right now than the Vedic Pisces new moon energy. I'm just really feeling this advanced feeling of spring and blooming and blossoming and wanting to just be creative and go forward. And that was kind of the design inspiration for the table today. I thought I could show my face, but I really want to just focus on the beautiful spring energy that we have here. Some of these flowers are dried, some of them are fake. But you know what? We've also got some crystals here just to really make the vibe fun and pretty. So hello, Cheyenne. Welcome, welcome, my dear. So yeah, let's get into this spring energy. And also, those of you on Patreon that missed last night's book, inspirational book meeting, Zoom meeting that we had, discussion, chat, whatever you want to call it, that is now up on Patreon for the top 2 tiers to enjoy. And today is April 1st, which is a whole new month for Patreon. And patrons and people who've maybe been thinking about Patreon alike, just know there's some big, exciting changes coming. I'm going to be able to offer more. Even though I've never had this small of an amount of patrons, I'm wanting to offer more in hopes that we can create this beautiful community and have something to latch onto. I'm actually going to be scheduling the weekly live streams for the same time every week so that you will know the schedule. And I'm going to make a little infographic of the schedule for April. And we're also doing a Patreon-wide, all 3 tiers, 30-day meditation challenge over on Patreon as well, just to get the community aspect of it all on and poppin' and vibin'. I'm just really excited. April for me is my birth month, so I'm really excited to just go forth and really expand, the offerings and the different platforms that I have. I'm really excited to get maybe even back more into Instagram and be posting, if not every day, at least a couple times a week, where I'm even doing simple little pick-a-cards on there because I can display the 3 cards, you pick one, and then you swipe to the next, to your selection and read what it says. I'm just really excited about all of the new things I have planned, and also getting back into my writing and my writing channel, which I think is linked in the description. Those of you, it's kind of my writing / AuthorTube / personal. I have a lot of vlogs over there of me. They're mostly writing vlogs, but I take you along with me and my kids a lot over there, but I haven't posted over there in almost 2 years at this point. But I'm reviving that channel as well, not as anything to get monetized or really focus on work stuff, but just for fun. I'm just going to be posting there for fun and for my own reflection and posterity and all of that. So with those little announcements out of the way, we are going to get into our, oh, we just had another donation come in, which I will add. Oh no, I did add that one. Never mind, I got it. We have it. Yes, so I'm gonna go ahead and get going on this. Those that want to donate and get on the list, we already have 2 people. Oh yeah, so much to look up to, yay! Yes, we already have 2 people on our donation list, but if you're hoping to get your question answered today, you can always send that donation while we do the collective reading and get yourself in on some, directed guidance from spirit, channeled through me. Okay, so for the spring or autumn new moon of Aries season, what can we expect from this new moon to the next new moon? So this is about a month-long kind of prediction or, kind of horoscope on what's going on here. Forecast, that's the word I'm looking for, forecast. For the new moon, for all of us listening now or on the replay, ooh, we've got some justice. I'm personally excited, and I know Jesse's excited to see this card. I'm sure many of others of you that maybe have been going through some things that felt a little unfair or unbalanced in your life, you're getting balance back, or at the very least, you're working toward getting more balance in your life. So let's start with 4, see if we need any clarifiers. But I also have 1, 2, 3, 4 different oracle decks I want to use today as well. Oh my gosh, guys, 10 of Pentacles. Wow, it's just getting better, isn't it? It's just getting better. The King of Swords, I'm loving it. I'm loving it with this energy. And, oops, I fell to the floor. What is it? What is it? Okay, I gotta get up, go around, because my chair is so close to this bookcase behind me, I can't bend down. Okay, drum roll, please. Okay, I knew it wasn't gonna be a great card, because it literally fell on the floor, like, get it out of here. But I'm seeing this, because we've got 2 10s here. And 1 plus 0 is 1, which becomes a new beginning. So it's like we're closing out these cycles where everything felt difficult and hard, specifically with this justice coming in with this. And this King of Swords is just owning your crap, owning your toxicity, owning your goals, owning your desires, just owning everything, good, bad, happy, sad, everything in between, owning it and overcoming it. Maybe not completely, but at least to where you feel like you have a handle on what you're doing, where you're going, who you are, what you want to be, your goals, your wishes, your desires. Because I think this month, really, this new moon kicks off a month-long lunar cycle of feeling more in control of our lives, yet not trying to control our lives, but just going with the flow of what is and just appreciating each moment that we have, but also feeling more like things are going your way because you are appreciating each moment you have. You're leaving this energy behind is really how I see it, because it's the only card that fell to the floor. Like it's separating itself from these 3 cards. That's how I'm reading this, which really excites me because I am so ready for this stuff to kind of take back burner of my personal life. I'm sure you guys all have your own little things that you wish also that have been just really overwhelming, and just like this is a death card, really. This is like the minor version of a death card. But with that death comes that new beginning, or, with that death comes that rebirth energy, which is perfect for the Aries new moon. And I'm really getting like Taurus new moon vibes from this 10 of Pentacles. I mean, look at this tree in just full force, just ready to, it's already established its roots and it's just ready for another season of rings, of growth. Some of you may even have birthdays around this time, because I'm seeing like the tree rings of growth indicating how many years old the tree is. I know I'm having my birthday at the very end of this month, but yes, this feels really good. Even if you don't have a birthday this month, maybe you're having a half birthday, or you just feel like this rejuvenation or rebirth energy just because the energy is here. And in the collective energy, I know we are having, hello, Monica, hello, Pokey Journeys. I know with this cosmic energy, the solar activity that's going on, the Schumann resonance is doing its thing. We are being inundated with more light, like cosmic light codes, cosmic energy than we've ever felt before, because we are ascending, we are raising our vibration, and our bodies are coming along for the ride, which is kind of exciting, but also can create a lot of pain and a lot of havoc in our physical bodies, especially if we aren't eating or drinking or living according to what is in our body's best interest. So this could also look like overcoming some bad habits this month, or setting an intention during today's new moon to overcome some limiting beliefs. That's always a thing, right? overcome, or, at least put our ego in check. And also just getting more active, maybe getting out in nature more, taking some hikes, getting together with friends, and, just vibing outside rather than in a building somewhere. But justice, this justice coming in, this feels like energy so many of us have been waiting for so long. Like, it's such an, like, I'm just getting the jitters of just absolute excitement, with the potential, with the prospect of what this justice could be. This just feels like us feeling more balanced in our relationships, because Libra, rules the justice, which is a card of relationships. And it doesn't just have to be your romantic relationship. This could be romantic relationship. This could be your parent-child relationship, friends, family, coworkers, whatever it looks like. But I'm also seeing for one specific person here, and I'm sure this person will know who this is. You are living with someone that is very difficult for you. It's very difficult for you to live with this person, but you are finding a way to compromise with this person to make the life that you share together, be it not, lovey-dovey. You're finding ways to be more, I guess, business-like in your relationship with this person you live with. Yes, I think the person who that is for will know that's for them. But let's get into some of the oracle cards. Just the energies coming in between Aries new moon leading us up to the Taurus new moon. I'm totally getting Taurus new moon vibes. So I'm really feeling like this energy is not just for Aries season. This is going to carry us through even Taurus season. But of course, I'll be back for Taurus season. Okay? For the new moon in Taurus, to really expand on that. But look, we've got the Divine Mother, nurturing, compassion, and grace. And this is beautiful, coming in with what else we have. Sorry, it is cut off because most of my tables is pretty decoration today. Yes, Amber, that's who Spirit was showing. Particularly, it was your mother. I didn't want to call you out by name, but particularly it was your mother coming in to help make your living situation better. But also, if any others of you resonated with that living situation message, please claim that message for yourself as well, because the fact you listened to it, it is also your message. But yes, Amber, you were the one, your mother was coming through, and then she came through in the next card, and I just was excited about it. But yes, the number 37 also adds up to 10. So we have 3 10s on the board. Look at this energy. This is perfect new beginning, but this is about giving ourselves more compassion, giving those in our lives more compassion, giving ourselves more grace, taking care of ourselves with that nurturing, overcoming these bad habits, and almost acting, we all hear all the time about this inner child, but we also have an inner mother and an inner father. King of Swords could be that inner father, and of course, Divine Mother can be that inner mother that is mothering us and kind of, saying, okay, now it's bedtime. Okay, you're not going to eat that, whatever. I mean, of course, having a little bit, moderation is key with the justice, balancing things out, not completely depriving yourself, but, making sure you're not overindulging in things are not for your goals or for your highest good. That is what we're aiming for. Ooh, and right as I pulled this clairvoyance card, my crown really started tingling. Amber, your mother is still here. She is just wanting to take a ride today. Maybe she's here also for your question, because you did donate for a question today. She has such a lovely energy and a calming presence. Even if she was fun and loud and boisterous energy, like, she still also has this beautiful, quiet, like, smiley, calming presence that I just adore about her. I just love it. I love getting to know your guys' deceased loved ones. They are just as real to me as the in-person, alive people you guys ask me questions about or that come through your readings. It's amazing. But then we've got the number 35 here, which adds up to 8, so taking action. But with this clairvoyance card, this is all about feeling that inspiration that Aries season is bringing, like that Ace of Wands, in like a wrecking ball. I'm hearing that Miley Cyrus song, it came in like a wrecking ball. Like, I'm not going to try to sing nicely. I'm just being funny. But yes, and interpretation. I love this word on this card because that is the thing. We all interpret our realities through the lens of what we have experienced in the past. And as we decide, I don't want to feel like a victim anymore in my life, or I don't want to feel that someone else has control over my life, or whatever that looks like. This is us finding a new way to interpret the information that's coming in that's actually going to serve our highest good and really act as a payment or an investment in our future. Wow, where did that come from? Thank you, Spirit. I had no idea even what I just said, but I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that because Spirit's like saying the way we interpret our immediate environment, we can choose in that now moment to interpret it a different way. If someone snaps at you, we can take the four agreements approach and not take it personally and decide, yeah, they must be having a bad day. I'm just going to let that one slide. I'm going to let that flow and not let it get me down or break my stride with what I've got going on. Of course, having that compassion, because we do have compassion here, but not owning that as, well, that person's mad at me, so it must all be my fault. No, no, no. They're probably having a bad day for whatever other reason. Okay, I want to actually get, I'm thinking one from this deck, but I might do two. I don't know. Let's do one. We'll do one right in the middle, and then I will do a self-care message and a spirit animal message. Okay, I'm going to read some of your comments real quick. Oh, the Taurus new moon is the opening eclipse. That's right. And it's happening in April, so it's no wonder that this new moon is leading us up to this eclipse energy. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Great observation, Monica. You claim it. It fits for you a lot. Awesome. I love you, and this is what I needed today. Oh, big hugs, Amber. You can do anything. You got this. Oh, you had that come on your playlist this morning, Monica. Well, there must have been a personal message in that for you. But let's get our gateway activation card for this new moon. Angelic frequency. Angels are here. You are safe. Potent connection. Wow. Absolutely. That's pretty much what we were really establishing with these crossover loved ones that are here. Now, Monica, now your father's here. So, oh, Jesse's mom and dad are here now too. So this, yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure there's like 3 other people that have walked in that I don't recognize their energy, but it feels like a grandmother. And this was like an older brother energy, although it could be uncle or a friend, possibly brother. Interesting. Well, their gang's all here apparently. Beautiful. Hello, Michelle. Your guides, your angels, your crossed over loved ones, they are here and they are protecting you. Specifically with this 10 of Pentacles, this is a card of stability and just knowing you are safe within the confines of your family, of your soul family most specifically, and even just being established in the material world, feeling safety and security. And also with this justice here, anything that is out of balance or unfair or that has been unfair, you are seeing that you are safe. And the reasons these things happen were to point you in a direction to let you know you can do hard things. You don't need to rely on everyone else in the material sense all the time. You can rely on yourself, but not so much that you're only relying on yourself, that you're finding a good balance between relying on yourself, relying on others, and of course, relying on spirit to make things happen as well, because we always have spirit around. They're always making things happen. But then we have the koi fish spirit. There is always enough. And wow, specifically pairing this up with this 10 of Pentacles that's hiding under here. This to me feels like anyone who's had some money issues or stability, security issues, or even issues in your relationship or feeling like, well, if I can't make X, Y, or Z happen in this relationship, what if this relationship fails? Or, what if this relationship goes away? Or I kind of want this relationship to go away. For some of you, maybe that is a thing. But there's always enough. You will always find a way to make happen what needs to happen. You are always safe and protected. Even if your human aspect feels like, oh gosh, this is crazy. I don't like feeling like I don't have enough money to pay my bills next month. But Spirit's got you. Think of all the hard times you've been through leading you up to right now. Yes, maybe things have been rough, rocky, and a little crazy at times, but you have always had a landing to where you had a new beginning, or you landed and decided, okay, I'm going to take action in this new direction, and it led you to fulfillment or abundance or justice in some way. Think back. You've never been completely left out in the cold by spirit or even by your fellow humans. I mean, people at the core of who they are good. Not everybody, probably, but a lot of people that you deal with on a day-to-day basis, at the core of who they are good people. Okay. You literally started crying right before your dad came through. April is such a hard month for me with him. 24 years. Yes, that's probably why. And I just got major chills, major crown chills, major crown tingles. And then the number 36 here might be relevant for someone here. And it's very interesting because we've got 35, 36, 37. Of course, the tarot cards have their own numbers, but like of the oracle cards I've selected, 35, 36, 37. So there is progression here. but it didn't come out in that order. It came out 37, 35, 36. So this almost might feel like you're taking some action on your plans, your dreams, your goals, your desires, and then it almost feels like you're taking a step back, but then you catapult forward. So it's almost like you're telling a non-linear story this month, or you're doing things kind of out of order. And Spirit's showing me kind of like someone getting pregnant before they get married, because we deem that as out of order. But really, in your life, that is the perfect order to have that in. But that's just the weird little example Spirit gave me. And of course, you don't have to get pregnant, then get married because you got pregnant. You're doing it your way. Each and every one of you are doing this new moon energy vibe thing. You're doing it your way. But that 36 is, oops, there it goes, is closing out old cycles. And then we have the Deer Spirit. This has been really prevalent for me. And I love this coming in the side of the Divine Mother, because we've got the Bring a Gentle Touch. And it is the number 18. So Jessie, actually your mother, because that is your birthday, the 18th of the month that you're born in. And with this Divine Mother here and bringing a gentle touch, compassion, nurturing, and grace, this is specifically a message for you, but also the rest of us, to bring a gentle touch, not only to your goals, wishes, and desires, but to yourself. Not beating yourself up because you don't know your next step or have it all figured out already. Just take it day by day, minute by minute if you have to, because sometimes even taking it day by day is asking a little much of some of us, right? And it's like that 4 Agreements. The second time I'm referencing that book today, but always do your best. When you're crying and can't get out of bed, that is maybe your personal best that day is just getting to the bathroom to pee. But maybe 3 days after that, you are just bouncing at the, breaking at the seams, ready to take action on your goals. And you go out and run errands, pay your bills, you go get dinner, and you're creatively planning, and that's your best for that day. But that doesn't mean that day is any better than the day that you could barely get out of bed. They have different lessons. There's different energies and frequencies you're dealing with moment to moment, day to day. So don't beat yourself up if one day feels worse than another. Just let it build. Let what you're making or creating or trying to accomplish, let it build. Even if it looks like I'm building something, but like it feels like it's retrograding, it's moving backwards. But just like the planets don't physically, technically move backwards, neither do you. Energetically, you are still moving forward or still in the now moment. Always, always, always in the now moment. But sometimes we feel like we're retrograding. It's just our, interpretation of what's going on, or our current perspective that makes us feel like we're lagging behind or falling behind, or we're worse than we were 2 years ago, or whatever it is. But this is us not beating ourselves up and bringing that beautiful, gentle touch to everything we do and giving ourselves grace and compassion and nurturing through every moment, whether it's a good moment or a personal worst moment and everything in between. Just knowing that you are experiencing these things not by chance, but because your soul signed up to want to learn and grow these obstacles, these problems, these experiences. Or as I like to call problems, I like to call them opportunities for growth. If you can start rephrasing your problems or the obstacles in your life as opportunities for growth, do you know how much more in control of your life you would feel? A lot more. A lot more. Okay, let's get a couple self-care messages, and then we're going to dive head first into our first question, which let me see. We had a couple more donations come in since, but I will update our list right after this. But our first donation was by Mary Ann K. So she can actually go ahead and post her question, and then, of course, I will pick that up right when we're done with our self-care messages. Ooh, this is my personal favorite, soak in a bath. And what do you guess? What do you know? Another 46, which adds up to 10. 10. This one was a 10, 10, 10. So there's 4 10s, 4 new beginnings after closing out old cycles on the board. That is impressive to me. All right, yes, but soaking in a bath, she's got some crystals, some candles, some self-care products here. Pampering yourself. Even if you don't have a bath or don't want to do a bath, you can even do what I call a power shower, where you get in the shower and you just allow that shower to not just cleanse your body physically, but cleanse the energy and allow any of that toxicity, negative energy, negative thoughts to just go down the drain with the water that is now leaving off of your body, right? Or getting out in nature is another good way. But soaking in a bath is such a therapeutic way to just unwind and relax and just allow the water and the bathtub to hold you like a mother holds their child. It's one of my favorite things to do, really. I mean, if I had a chance between just about anything, I would go to the bathtub and just hang out for like 2 hours if I could. And then we have intuition, which shut the front door. The number 28 also adds to a 10. 5 10s on the board. Okay, Spirit, we get the memo. This new moon is a new beginning, and a new beginning, and a new beginning, and a new beginning, and a new beginning. Did we establish it's a new beginning? Oh, I also forgot to mention 18 also adds up to 9. So closing out the old cycles with these 2 9s here, and then with the 5 10s, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning. Yay! Oh, you do those power showers a lot. That's awesome. Okay, so that is our collective message. I hope it resonated. If you're just joining us, the first 25 minutes and 55 seconds of this live stream is our collective new moon in Pisces/Aries, if you're Western astrology, reading. That's what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna put these away, and it looks like Marianne already has her question ready. But before I dive into Marianne's question, I am gonna quickly update my list of other donations, just so I can keep myself in alignment here. Okay, we're doing the thing. We're trucking right on through. One of these is upside down. There we go. That's the way. Okay, so these 2 go in this deck. But I hope you're all having a wonderful first day of April. And like I said earlier too, I'm not a big April Fool's prank type person. What I do instead is I dish out compliments and I do little random acts of kindness on April Fool's Day. That's kind of my personal way to celebrate April Fool's Day. Okay, so I'm going to take a drink of my water, and then I'm going to update the list, and then I'm going to dive into Marianne's question. Oh, there we go. My table's actually almost straight today, so it feels weird not having to angle the cards. Okay, so let me update my list right quick. So we're starting with Mary Ann, and then Amber, and then Aleka Ray. Welcome, my dear. Oops. And then Kat, and then Maria Esperanza. Yay! Okay, that is our current lineup. I'm gonna copy that, paste it back so I have it. Okay. Hello, Gitaleka. Good to see you. Oh, you have your question posted along with donation. That works for me. Cool, cool. Okay, so Mary Ann says, oh, hello, Miss Free. Hello. I just want to know what I need to know. And maybe more specifically, what role do the Arcturians have in my life? Okay, let's see. Let's actually start with that part of your question. What role do the Arcturians have in Mary Ann K's life, please, Spirit? Okay, well, we have the Hermit, but funny, I must have done this in reverse. So this to me feels like you are one of the Arcturians. You have Arcturian roots, even if you still identify as a Syrian starseed or a Lyran starseed or a Pleiadian starseed. You have had incarnations in multiple star systems. They're even showing me the Andromeda star system. You come from way far, and other systems we have never heard of. But you have a special place in your heart, and they for you with the Arcturians. And the fact that the Hermit came out in reverse, this is you being more extroverted or more, I guess, communicative or open to communication from them, because they have a lot of wisdom to download. They've already been doing it. You just may not have realized that a lot of the beautiful spiritual wisdom that you've downloaded has been from your Arcturian brothers and sisters. Sorry about my camera. Let me just get that going again. Hopefully it did it. Maybe. Try that again. I don't know. I don't know if it's recording or not, but if it's not, it will let me know in about 30 seconds. What else? Ooh, the Queen of Wands. Yes, this is you coming back into your power, but also feeling really inspired. They give you a lot of inspirational ideas and just like motivation to go down your spiritual path or to find ways to bridge your spirituality with your more human, material world endeavors. And the Chariot, wow, they're bringing in a lot of new opportunities, and specifically with this new moon. This is a beautiful day right now, Marianne, for you to set some intentions surrounding, what your next steps are, any goals you have, even if they feel very far away or like, oh, that'll never happen this year or even next year or, whatever. Still set some intentions and really start thinking about your long-term plans, but also your short-term plans and your more immediate plans. Just maybe even like writing. Yeah, it wasn't done. Let me get it. There we go. We're on, I hope. I hope it took that time. You've been feeling Arcturian guidance that have always resonated and have ties to the Andromedan star system. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I can definitely feel that Andromedan vibe with you, which is in a whole other galaxy, whole other star system. But that doesn't mean that you haven't had incarnations also in this more Milky Way galaxy, right? Yesterday was your birthday, so you did set intentions. Look at that beautiful energy. Yeah, this is perfect. But whatever you decide to go after, specifically that you have set new intentions for or have reestablished intentions for, either now or in the near future, you're going to be very successful. And this might really start showing as a big success come Cancer season, which is, in June, I think May going into June or June. Yeah. For Western astrology, I think Cancer season takes you into early July even, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, June into July. I could be wrong though. Check to make sure. Whenever Cancer season is. Oh my gosh, what is going on with this camera? Hopefully she will listen to me and just stay on. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, let's get one more message from here, and then we'll get a couple oracle cards as well. Well, happy belated birthday, Marianne. That's so exciting. Solar return. Ooh, look at this. We've got the Knight of Wands as well as our Queen of Wands. Let me move this up so we can actually read it. There we go. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. This is exciting. This is you taking action on something that feels really passionate and inspiring and exciting. Whatever this decision or project or plan or goal that you have, you are feeling really inspired and motivated to move forward with it. And you're going to be able to take this the distance because you not only have the Knight, you have the Queen, which she can maintain that longevity and that motivation longer than the Page or the Knight can, for sure. So this is you getting that inspired action of the Ace of Wands, taking it and running with it, and then continuing it forward with the Queen. What is happening? This is my big apology, guys. Normally this does not happen. I just normally push record and it stays recording. But I'm not seeing it work that way today. Maybe if I unplug it, I hope it won't make a loud noise, but if it does, if you're wearing headphones, maybe turn it down real quick before I pull this plug. Okay, didn't do it that time. But let me just see what is going on here. Okay, I just pushed it. It's recording here, but I don't know if I plug it in if it's going to stay. Hopefully. My apologies, guys. I'm hoping this is still recording. Okay. Yeah, this is really cool energy. And then also we've got Aries himself, the Emperor, checking on in. So this is exciting stuff. This is you being that leader of your own life, that motivated, passionate, excited to do new things and try new things and conquer new avenues person. And Aries season kicking off. I mean, it was Aries season before your birthday started. So yeah, you're already in the flow of this Emperor energy. Just keep it going. And you're going to be able to keep it going. That's for sure. Okay, so let me get, I love this deck for these questions. So let's see what else Marianne needs to know. Messages from her Arcturian star family or the Arcturian guidance, Arcturian council. Innovation, new creations, and I love to see it with everything else we've been talking about. This is a new project, a new endeavor, a new goal, new thing you're creating. This may even be a new timeline. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I do not know why. I might actually have to switch this to, I don't know. I don't know if I can make that work though. If I'm already live streaming, It's never done this before. I don't know what's going on. But yes, new creations. And you got the number 20 here. So maybe you're doing this with the help of someone, or you're being inspired by someone, because that's like a partnership number. Also, a union of your own divine feminine and divine masculine can bring forth, with this Emperor and Queen of Wands, that's divine masculine and divine feminine energy. That union of your divine masculine and feminine could be what's bringing about. I'm also hearing healing. Some healing that you've done recently or will partake in very soon will really put you on a whole new timeline, a whole new trajectory. I'm hearing healing. Well, of course I am, because there's the healing earth card. Power to give and receive healing. I love when spirit just surprises us like this. Yep. Clairvoyance is hot today. Claircognizance is hot, but my camera is not hot today with what it's doing. I don't want to do this for the whole live stream, so I might have to figure something out. I may have to actually, if I can't figure out how to do the forward-facing camera, I might have to just close this live stream and restart it on another live stream and continue the donations from there. I don't know what's going on. But we've got a number 10 here. Well, 46 adds up to 10. New beginning vibes. Yes, yes. But you have the power to give and to receive healing. And you're going to continue to get healing for yourself, maybe even by going out in nature, because this is healing earth. Just getting that beautiful connection to Mother Earth and nature. And any healing modalities you already know, or ways that you've healed yourself in the past, just kicking them up a notch. Maybe you're learning even more about your healing powers and healing journey, because we've got the hands activated here. Those healing hands are activated in both of these cards. That's not a coincidence. This is powerful energy. So maybe some of what you're creating in your life also is a way to heal yourself and others, or you're healing yourself and others through, what you're doing, whatever project or job, or, where you're spending your time, you're helping people. So I hope that resonated for you, Marianne. I think it's going to stay on this time. It hasn't left yet, but I don't know about how long it lasts. 30 seconds to a minute, maybe. If it's going to go blank screen again, I don't know. Let's hope it doesn't. Because why would you? You never do before. Why would you now? It's funny because I've been talking about getting a second one of these cameras, but the slightly newer, updated version of it. Maybe this camera heard and got jealous, and now it's like, well, you don't want me anymore? Fine, I'll break down on you. I hope that's not the case. I love you, camera. You have gotten me so far these last almost 3 years on YouTube, so thank you. I appreciate you, camera. I'm not trying to replace you. I'm trying to bring in a twin flame for you so that one of you can film my table and one can film out front for my pick-a cards. You're a therapist, so I am a healer. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. You're on the right track. Any new goals, ideas, wishes, desires, dreams you have, keep going. You will be able to conquer and accomplish, because you have the Emperor, which is a success card, and the Chariot, which is also a success card. Keep on keeping on. You got this, Marianne. Thanks again for your donation, sweetheart. All right. Yeah, these things happen. It's okay. While giving client demos, I get such technical glitches. Don't worry. Oh, yeah, I know, right? Oh, you can still hear me. That is good. So no problem with the speaking part, but I still like everybody to know like what they're, supposed to see. It's nice to see the cards that are being dealt and watch the magic at play. Okay, Amber. Amber has her question over on my email in the PayPal message, so I'm going to check that out. Okay, I have been sick since the starting of 2022. I'm so sorry. Also having difficulty getting a good health provider. Tonight I have to travel to meet my husband's cousins for a get-together, and I don't feel physically up to it. What's going on? Need guidance from the spirit, please. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, let's really feel into this energy. Let's get to the root of this. What's going on? And then this get-together, we can kind of touch on that as well. So let me go back. Oh, good. The camera's still going. I think we're good for at least another half hour. Okay, so we've read the question. Amber has not been feeling good since early 2022. What's going on with this spirit? What is it? Ooh, I think this has to do with your marriage and just the, not so bright outlook with what's going on there. And it's really taking a toll on your health. I don't know if it's possible for a while, if you could sleep in separate beds, if that's possible, or if maybe you're already doing that. That would really benefit you to remove your energy from his, at least for a couple hours at a time. specifically when you're trying to rejuvenate your energy, like at nighttime, that would really help you. But being able to make plans and then take action on them. So I think you've been feeling stuck or stagnant, and that has really also affected your health because you have all these maybe goals or dreams or wishes in life, specifically to help other people, or connect with soul family and really vibe more with soul family and fly the coop from people who are not soul family or who make you feel bad about who you are. But you haven't been able to take action on those plans, and it's really weighed heavy, not just on your heart, but on your health. And then King of Cups. Yeah, this is finding ways to emotionally connect with your husband, if that's even possible. If you guys can maybe come to some sort of agreement that, okay, this maybe no longer is a romantic marriage, but more like a business transaction or a business deal. Was this an arranged marriage to begin with? Because I'm feeling that maybe, yes, in the past it may have been better, but it never was that emotionally fulfilling love match that you always dreamed of since you were little. That's kind of how I'm feeling. Oh, yeah, it was. Okay. Yeah, I got major chills now. And your mom feels bad about this. I'm not seeing that she specifically selected your husband or, was like, oh, yeah, let's make Amber do this. But I'm seeing that she almost saw herself in your shoes and wanted to somehow make it so you didn't have to go down that road. Yeah. So maybe just letting him know, okay, well, this is a business transaction. Let's establish some really good ground rules for this business transaction to be as mutually beneficial as we can. Big hugs, Amber. I got major chills. Your mom, she has been here. Yes. Three of Cups. This is soul family. This is soul sisters. This is connecting and celebrating. Look at all this emotion. There are so many. You may have a lot of trapped emotions that are causing your health issues, which I do actually offer emotion, like using the book, The Emotion Code. I do a lot of those healing sessions, but I also do healing sessions where I facilitate. It's weird because I go into meditation at the same time you do, and we scan your body, and it's like I see this infrared, and I just remove all the things that are creating havoc in your energy field or in your physical body. Yeah, you can message me if you're interested in doing something like that down the road. But with all this emotion here, there's a lot of emotional unfulfillment going on in your life that once you can start feeling this emotional fulfillment, first and foremost through yourself, but then reflecting with others, you'll see it start reflecting in others, and you'll start attracting like a huge magnet all of these connections that are heartfelt and soul family. And right as I say that, I'm seeing 10, well, it said 10:43 on my clock. I have been seeing the number 43 constantly. So maybe the number 43 is following you around, but you also have 2 3s and then a 2 and a 1 cup here. So that's another 3 if you add those together. So 333, which 333 also adds up to 9. Look at that, number 9. I'm not sure if it's Reiki or what it is, because I go into meditation and get into a really deep trance state at the same time that the client gets into this state. And if you want to kind of hear where this first started, you can watch my hypnosis that I had, or my past life regression with Alba Weinman. I'm on her channel. Let me just type it in real quick, and then I'll get back to Amber's reading. Alba Weinman here on YouTube. And then I'm 151. So if you just type in Alba Weinman 151, you can see my session where my higher self discloses that, yes, this healing energy that I've had in my hands, they were going to send a healing guide to help me unlock what that means. And I've done probably close to 20 of these sessions. They are very intensive and they take a couple of hours, but the changes and the shifts that I've seen in the people and that they have seen in their own lives since having one of these sessions is very profound and very beautiful. Yeah, feel free to email me. And my email is just amanda@donephotodesign.com. And I also thought one of the fun things we could do on Patreon is I could do one of these as a more collective or group session that you would still benefit from the group energies or collective energies, because we are all connected, right? And doing this for my top tier patrons. But I'm thinking of creating another tier on Patreon that's mostly about healing and stuff too. So yeah. Oh, your birthday is the 27th. Mine's the 28th. How cool. April 28th over here. All right. Yeah, we've got the star here. So there is some wish fulfillment coming in for you. You're going to be able to heal yourself. And even like I say, the sessions that I'm doing, think of it this way. Think of any doctor, any healer as just that. Okay, they are a doctor, they are a healer. But say, I always use this example, so if you've heard it before, just la la la, we're bored of your examples, Amanda, but if you haven't heard it, listen up. Okay, say you break your leg, you go to the doctor sets the bone, they put the cast on, but then what happens? You go home, and what happens? Your body heals itself, it repairs itself. All healing is self-healing. Can I repeat that? All healing is self-healing. Yes, you want to have a Reiki practitioner or a healer or a doctor who knows what they're doing to kind of kickstart that healing sometimes, right? Because I don't think I could personally set a broken leg bone on my own and feel confident that I did it right. But that's just me. I don't think I have those credentials, at least in this lifetime, or whatever. I would much rather go to a professional to have that set and then allow my own body, my own energy, my own higher self to facilitate and kick off any additional healing that needs done after the fact. And that's kind of how I see my sessions, as I'm the facilitator, allowing that energy to channel through me and into you. And then your body, your energy, your higher self knows exactly what to do with that energy and makes the healing happen. Okay? Just like any other healing. So I'm not ever going to claim that I healed anybody. You heal yourself. And if you ever go to a healer and they say that they are the best in the world, or that they're the only one that could ever heal you, or that they did all the work, you run so far the other direction, okay? Promise me you will do that. Yeah, we just put faith in our doctors, practitioners, etc., and mainly we can heal ourselves. Yes, absolutely, get to Lekka, absolutely. All right, let's pull 2 of these as well for Amber. I said no for this marriage as something inside me said it was the wrong decision, but I just did it for the sake of my mother. Yeah, I think she, projected that she was excited and, oh, it won't be so bad. But on the inside, she was crying for you because she didn't want you to have the same marriage or same marriage experience that she had. Because I think there was a very similar arrangement with when she married your father. If that's not true or relevant, maybe it was more emotionally, business-like dealing for her, but I really do see it as business or transactional in some way for her. And she didn't want that for you, but she tried to, act bright-faced and excited that you were getting married and it would be much better than hers, even though she had her own internal fears she never projected onto you or told you about. Yeah. But it really did happen for a reason. I mean, look at your beautiful daughter. It happened for a reason, Amber. So don't ever think, oh, it was the wrong choice. Even if it doesn't feel like a good choice now, I mean, there's things you can do. Have this discussion with him to just make this more of a business arrangement where you can kind of lead your own separate lives under the same household. There's got to be a way. And then look, we've got the healing earth. We're talking about all this healing. You have the ability. The power to give and receive healing, Amber, is in your hands. Absolutely. And the number 46. So you got another 10. New beginnings for days on these readings today, you guys. Let's get one more. Yeah, I've tried your best and given everything to this relationship, but it seems I failed. The only ray of hope is my daughter. Yeah, you definitely didn't fail because she is the true gem or the true wish fulfillment of this union. And without this union, you would not have had her. So you can consider this marriage a win because she exists and she is here. So don't ever second guess or beat yourself up or feel that you have failed in any way. And that's your mother's words coming through, not mine, okay? So no, she is with you. And look, we've got the number 23, shamanic journey and purpose, attunement, and vision quest. So they're really pointing now or directing me to your question about getting together with your husband's cousins. Just look at this and every opportunity, even the ones you don't really feel like taking or going forward with, as an opportunity to tune more into your purpose and attune to what is meant for you. Even if these people are very low vibration or you don't resonate with them in some way, that is still giving you feedback or information about your actual shamanic journey on this planet. And there is still wisdom to be gained from those we don't resonate with. You can find the hidden gems within conversation, within people's energy, and just go into it with an open heart. Not like an open energy as far as allowing people to suck and siphon your energy, but just an open heart, sending love to people, even if you don't resonate with them and don't really vibe with them. Because if you go into a situation of, okay, now I got to begrudgingly go into the situation where I have to hang out with these people I don't really want to be around, we already have like an attitude about it, or, we've already lowered our vibration because we don't want to do it. But if yes, maybe part of you doesn't want to go there or be there or do this thing, but then there could be another part of you that's just open with your heart and says, maybe I'm going to learn something today, or maybe I'm going to have fun, or maybe I'm really going to click or vibe with one of these cousins and actually start a beautiful relationship. You just never know. But with the 23 here, there are some changes coming as a result of you being able to get together with these cousins. Yeah, they don't like you. They just look for ways to show me down. Well, then you know what you can do is just stand in your own power and authenticity and smile. And that might trigger them in some way, but just know that nothing they can say or think or do can really affect you on a soul level. Nothing. Even if they murdered you in your sleep, like, I know it's a very extreme example, but they could not touch your soul, if that makes sense. So bring your soul into it. Bring your soul and your shamanic journey of life, and just be open to learning any lessons this is trying to teach you. And then maybe in the future, you can speak up and say, you know what, I don't really feel like going with these people, so I'm not going to. Or if you feel like saying that now, feel free to say that now. Just speak your truth. Yeah. Especially if you feel they don't like you. Why is your husband trying to force you into, I don't know if he is. Maybe you're just trying to do this to get along with everybody. But, tune into your heart. Because maybe this isn't in your best interest. This is up to you to decide if maybe taking this one last, journey to visit these people, and if it doesn't go well, you can just let your husband know that, not that you have to get his permission, but just, speak your truth and say, moving forward, I really don't think that I need to participate in that part of your family, because, you can put any reasons you want, or just speak your truth and leave it at that. It's up to you to do. Okay. I hope that brought a little guidance for you today, Amber, and big hugs. You haven't been through a very easy path lately, and my heart does go out to you. Really does. Yeah, you're doing this so that your daughter can meet her cousins. He knows I'm not comfortable. Yeah, so maybe a lot of times in situations like this, just hang out with your daughter and the children. Hang out with the little cousins, because that might be the ticket, is just to hanging out with those younger energies, because chances are they are the older souls in the family anyway. So hanging out with your daughter and the children and just listening to what the children are doing and saying, and maybe participating in their conversations, you can learn a lot from children, and just watching them and being with them. That would be much more fun than being around people and getting glared at that just don't appreciate your energy. Because I think these children will definitely appreciate your energy, if that makes sense. Yeah, because I think that the young children could be a really good source of, good vibes and fun for you and your daughter both. All right, we did it. Amber's question is answered. So next we got Get to Like a Ray. And I'm not sure if she posted her question over on PayPal or not. Oh, which past life or lives is affecting me most in this lifetime? And what does my soul yearn to learn in this incarnation? I love it. We're tuning into past life. And I actually want to use this other deck, because I told myself if I'm going to get any past life questions today, I want to use this deck. I didn't tell myself that. Spirit or something within me told me that that's the case. So here we go. All right. Thank you so much for the guidance to you and Spirit. I would really love to do that. Absolutely. Yeah, and feel free to email me about the healing stuff if you would like. Okay. Get to Like a Ray. This is the, oh my gosh, the True Heart Intuitive Tarot deck. It's available for pretty cheap on Amazon. So let's just tune into Get to Leka's most prominent past life or lives. Ooh, they're showing me your first life on Earth. Your very first life on Earth. Not your first life ever, but your first life on planet Earth specifically. And you have a similar mission in this life, but in a totally, totally different way. Because when you first incarnated on this planet, things were a lot simpler and a lot higher vibration. But let's read into this first life on Earth for Get to Leka. Wow. Wow. So this 10 of Pentacles, this moon card, this Fool energy, This is impressive and powerful. This was a lifetime full of abundance and high vibes and magic. They're showing me like magic, specifically healing energy, really working and living close to Mother Earth. They're showing me like even before Egypt times. This to me feels like ancient Lemuria. Like when this planet was first seeded with life and created and expanded and new species and all of that brought to this planet, and you had a big hand in bringing a lot of they're showing me like birds, different species of birds from one habitat or planet to planet Earth. So I don't know if you have a strong connection to birds in this life, or you get a lot of spiritual communication from birds. Specifically the peacock. We do have a peacock here, but you had very strong, close connections to birds and also dogs. We've got 3 dogs on these cards as well. And I don't think there's any coincidence that there's dogs here. Whether you vibe with dogs and birds in this life or not, that's kind of irrelevant, I guess, because this was this life. You had a very strong love for dogs and birds, and you established a family. You were a male in this life. They're showing you were a masculine energy in this life, but you had a very balanced divine feminine and divine masculine, which is very powerful. Yeah, you love birds, but no pets. Yeah. So let's see. Let's get one more. Anything prominent in this life that Getuleka needs to know, and then we'll tune into how this life connects to the life you lead now as Getuleka. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. So something happened toward the end of this life where it's like something was cut in half, because we go from 10 of Pentacles to 5 of Pentacles. So it's like something was missing or disrupted. They're showing me a disruption, maybe even a eruption of like a volcano or some sort of earthquake. Yeah, they're showing like separate lands, like the lands are separating. So you incarnated, and even here there's a separation of land, and it's like this is an island. Do we not see this? Oh wow. And it's like looking into a wishing well or into a hole. Like there used to be land here, and now there's a big hole, a gaping hole. This is interesting. They're actually showing me the Grand Canyon in the United States. Something about the lands separating right beneath your feet. You were at the edge of where this separated. There was a huge earthquake, but they're showing me, wow. They're showing me giant people, like really giant people. And this kind of lines up, I guess, with what you might call the Nephilim in the Bible. The giants, David and Goliath. Goliath was the giant that little old David had to face down and overcome or conquer. But they're showing giants roaming the earth at this time. Wow. And there was a shift from like a more 5D existence down to a more 3D consciousness. Wow. But they're showing me you were what we would consider more like a human rather than these giant people at this time in this incarnation. But you lost your footing. You lost some of the land you had lived on and had to move, it's like drifting. There's drifting here, being forced out of where you were to have to go somewhere else. And wow, coming in as your very first life incarnation and literally watching the Grand Canyon form right beneath your feet as a result of something these giants were doing. That is so interesting. Wow. Okay, why are you showing us this life? How does this relate with Getuleka's current day life? But yeah, they're showing me that life. You were very tuned in, very intuitive, very tapped into your gifts, your abilities. There was something different about the moon back in those days too. They're showing me that it may have been different in some way. They're showing me, I'm like, did it even exist? I'm asking that in my head, and they're like, yeah, but it was different than it is now. Very weird. Okay, so I asked, how is this, resonating for your life now? You may feel trapped in some way. I don't know if this is you feeling trapped in your job or in your location, possibly, but just feeling like you can't quite expand or go or do what you want in this life for some reason. Something is holding you back from stepping fully into who you are. And maybe this is just surrounding like the crown chakra, because we do have here the illumination here. And a lot of times the hangman energy does deal with seeing things in a new perspective. Instead of feeling stuck, feeling grateful for the advantages that you have in this life and using that to help yourself and others. So I don't know if you have some sort of dream or desire to help the less fortunate in your area, or maybe even eventually later in your life traveling around and helping people that are less fortunate. But that's a potential for you in this life because you did that in this other past life. And they're showing me other past lives where you did travel that aren't this first life on Earth. Other past lives where you did travel around and you would feed people and sing for people and help people. You were just someone just showing up right in the nick of time to help people that didn't have a lot of stuff or a lot of food. You were just like this earth angel showing up in the nick of time to help people. Yes, you've always helped the less fortunate since childhood. It is just like a life theme for your soul. It's something you always want to do when you're here or on other planets or star systems. You always just want to show up and help. And not for any recognition or reward. You just want to do it because it's who you are on a soul level. All right, let's get 2 cards specifically about, oh, not this deck. I want to get the, where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. Oh, there it is. It's under all of these. Specifically, any other lessons you're learning from that life in this life as Gitaleka. We've got Circle of Eternal Joy, Timeless Dance of Life. Yeah, just enjoying and having that gratitude for where you are. Even if you feel stuck, but having that sense of gratitude or seeing things in a new perspective. That's exactly what this card speaks of. Yeah, there's smiling, sparkling eyes as your reward. Absolutely. And is it not the best reward you could ever have? Wow. And then what was I saying too about that life? You were a masculine energy, but you were very balanced in your divine feminine and divine masculine. So a message in this life is maybe you have really went forward in a very divine masculine way, showing up, taking action to help other people, but also not forgetting to balance and bring in more feminine energy as well. So you might have more masculine zodiac signs in your chart like I do. I think most people would agree or, say that I seem pretty feminine in my ways and mannerisms and how I dress and act. I do feel very feminine, but it's very funny because my chart is mostly male zodiac signs. Because the zodiac signs are either male or female. I think Libra is probably the most androgynous of the signs, but it's a masculine sign. It's considered a masculine sign. I think Taurus and Leo are both feminine. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, that might be. That's the same for you, Kat. It's so interesting. But when you really exude yourself as a feminine energy with more dominant masculine signs, that's showing you have a nice balance of divine masculine and divine feminine. So you're probably already fulfilling that part of your life purpose or lesson as Gitaleka, balancing the masculine and feminine energies within you to really complete the circuit. Because really, to me, the union of your divine masculine and your divine feminine is the true twin flame journey, if you ask me. Some others might disagree. I think that, first and foremost, to the core of its essence of the twin flame energy, that is what it is. It's not some other person out there. It is you, your divine feminine and your divine masculine in union. That's why I think so many times on my twin flame pick a card readings, people are like, I guess I'm not getting married to this person because, or my twin flame is me. Well, absolutely, your twin flame is you. Yes, it's so interesting. But I hope that resonated. That's so interesting. Yeah, you're balancing these things out for sure. And look at all the balance we've got in, 5 above, 5 below. We've got all of this balance with this geometric shape here. Everything has a counterbalance, right? Across, 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 across. Wow. So cool. What a cool reading, Gitaleka. Absolutely. Yeah, you're just, continuing to do those beautiful things that you already do. Because you can really help a lot of people with just showing up every day as you. That's so powerful. Oh, you sent your question to my email because I added a bit of info. No worries. We'll get right into it. I'm just going to take a quick drink of my water. And then up next, I think we had another donation come in as well. But Kat will be next, which we will get into her question. She has emailed. And then Maria Esperanza is on deck. And then we've got a past life reading with Monica, Jesse, and I together from Jesse. That's so cool. I can't wait for that. I'm excited. Okay. that's what we're working with. That's our current list. So I'm going to go over to my email as I take a gigantic gulp of water. Okay, let me scroll up here. Down one. Okay, it would help if I get in the right mailbox. I'm in my other mail. Okay, so Kat says she emailed me. I'm not seeing an email from you, Kat. Maybe it just came in. What was that? No, that was Goodreads. I wonder. Because Kat, you sent a pretty large donation. Thank you so much. So we'll really break this down for you. We'll spend a little more time on that. Shoot, I'm not seeing an email. Let me check my box trapper. Sometimes my emails go to the box trapper because I get so many junk emails a day. Oh, there goes my camera. Please work, please work, please work, please work. Let me check my box trapper real quick on this other website. Mail. Stand by, 2 seconds. All right, that mailbox. And you've emailed me before, which is interesting because normally if you email me once, it'll put it in my normal email. But let me just double check my box trapper. Box trapper. Okay. I'm not seeing it there either. Interesting. Where could it be? Oh, I got a ding. I got a new email. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I found it. It just came through. Okay. Hi, Amanda. I'm going to try and keep this short because I can be so long-winded. I love it. Anyways, I was seeing someone casually as a FWB. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe I'm not up with the lingo. If FWB, I really liked him, to be honest, but also felt like he was keeping some stuff from me, and I started snooping and found out some things. Then I accidentally got myself in some drama, and so now we are in no contact. Anyway, from the beginning that I started talking to him, I felt very intrigued and pulled toward him, but at the same time triggered by him. Like a push and pull dynamic from the beginning, but kind of addictive. Ooh, I know what that's like. So why did I meet this guy? His name is Ethan, by the way. I feel so drawn to him. Any advice for me? I knew from the beginning he wasn't good for me. I felt it, but he has something that pulls me toward him. Any advice? Okay. So already, just with what you've said, this is a karmic relationship. Friends with benefits. Okay, I should have known that. I absolutely know what that is. Okay, not that I've ever had one or been one, but I've heard of it. I guess I'm gonna lie. I had a little friends with benefits situation before I met my husband, but that's neither here nor there. We didn't do much. Some kissing, if that counts. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, this to me is a karmic relationship. Yes, you can tell on a intuitive level this isn't good for me, but there is that magnetic pull because there is this need or reason for you to come back together for karmic reasons. And once you've learned those karmic lessons, you can then separate the energy. So since we know what it is, because Spirit's giving me a big nod, like, yes, this is absolutely a karmic relationship, and that's why that push-pull is there. So let's find out how you can learn the lessons or what lessons specifically you need to learn to close out these karmic cycles. Sometimes it can be as simple as meeting them, vibing with them, finding this information, getting yourself in the drama, and then cutting ties with them. You may have already closed it out. We're going to tune in. Let's see if she's already, but if you are still kind of feeling that pull, there's still something there left to be resolved or closed out. So let's just see if Kat has dealt with most of this karmic contract. I think there might be a little more left. It's a little more complicated than what I think you realize quite yet. But this is you making the most of what you have energetically right now. So let's see. Ooh, this one flipped, so we're taking it. Yeah, you're about to balance this out. You're almost there. Yeah, especially with whatever this drama was. That was meant to happen. If this involves this Ethan guy, this was meant to happen. Get them straight. There we go. Straight enough. Because you are balancing out this karma. This is perfect. Really, I couldn't ask for a better card here than the Justice card. This is a very similar energy. Specifically with Sagittarius. I don't know if this person has Sagittarius or you have Sagittarius in your chart. Could even be South Node in Sagittarius with this energy, which I actually have my South Node in Sagittarius. But that indicates, you know, past life energy, the South Node or K2 if you're in Vedic astrology. What does she need to know about further closing out this karma? What does she need to know about completely closing out this karmic relationship? Ooh, the Sun. There's something that's going to be illuminated. You're confused about something right now, but very soon you're going to get information to illuminate any confusion. It's almost like you feeling around in a dark room where maybe you can see a little bit, but not very well. And then the sun comes out or the light turns on and you're like, oh, okay. But I think that hasn't happened yet. I did some snooping around, found out he has an ex and a baby. Oh, I was going to say something about a male child here, but I didn't feel like you had to have a child with this person. I should have said it. I should have said it. Because when the sun card, the traditional Rider-Waite depiction of the sun has a baby riding on a horse. So yeah, there's a child involved. I should have said it. I'm like, wait, that doesn't make sense. I know Kat doesn't have children and probably will never have children with this guy. So I should have just said there might be a child involved. It has a baby with her and we were only casual, but I feel like that was info I needed to know. Yeah, the son, the child was the illumination. Even if this child is a girl, it doesn't have to be a son. It doesn't have to be a boy. The info you needed to know. Also, somehow his ex found out about us because I requested to. That's good. I think she deserves to know what's going on in his life, especially if she's going to pick things back up or has a child with him. I think it's, you know, follow her on Instagram and also him, but I think she has access to his IG too and put one in one and confronted him. Oh, yeah, because I don't think he was very forthcoming. This to me feels like holding those cards close to the chest. This feels like both you and this girl were in the dark about something or confused about something or maybe thought one thing, but it was actually another. And he may have been playing you both at the same time. Absolutely. But you're going to be, you're closing this out. I think that was the illumination you needed. Those feelings are going to start to fade, but he may try to come back at you with, you know, oh, but I like you. Oh, we had a connection. He might try to reignite something. Do not fall for it though. This is going to be your final lesson is do not fall for him coming back and you just allowing him back. If he tries, you may even be able to avoid him even contacting you again completely, which is a definite timeline here, but there's multiple ways this could play out. So if he does come back to you and say, no, I cut her out, we're no longer together. And yeah, I'm, you know, my child or whatever, but like her and I are never going to be a thing. And I really like you. Let's make this work. Don't fall for it. That'll be your final test if he does come back. If he doesn't come back, I think you've done enough healing and growing and moving on that you won't have to go through that. But one little word of advice I would have for you being able to finally move on and not feel that energetic pull to him anymore would be to do a cord cutting meditation or even doing the lunate. Let me just type it out here. Let me get rid of my little list here for a second. The lunate, I'm always talking about her here. She has a YouTube channel. Look up the lunate and her cord cutting, just cord cutting like that on her channel and find her video. She's got many videos, at least 5 that I know of, maybe 3 or 5 or maybe more, who knows, at least a couple on cord cutting. And not only is she like facilitating the cord cutting, but she's also doing energetic healing Reiki as she does these cord cuttings for you. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I've done them myself and they work. And once you do that, you will find maybe you still have some residual feelings because they don't just disappear overnight, but you will see like 2 months from now, specifically, they're giving me 2 months. So maybe June 1st. June 1st, you will think of him and you'll be like, what did I ever see in that clown? Like like 2 months from now, you'll be like, Ethan who? Like, I don't even care anymore. But it might take a minute, you know, after you do this healing, it's just every day going to get a little better, a little better, a little better until June 1st, you might think of him and be like, ew, what did I ever see in him? Like it was the karma that you saw that you wanted to close out. And now that it's closed out, bye Felicia, I don't even need to ever think of you again. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, definite karmic relationship. If you want some more information on karmic relationships, just Google or on YouTube, there's a plethora of information about karmic relationships or karmic soulmates. Sometimes they even call them false twin flames if they really get interconnected, but I don't see that in your case. But really, karmic relationship is a karmic relationship is a karmic relationship. So look that up. And let's just get a word of advice for Kat moving forward, please. And because you did donate so much, do you have another question? I want to really honor what you donated because you did donate a lot. Yeah. And what maybe has been holding you back from, just being like, bye, Felicia, even though you've blocked him and, you know the truth of things, you just may feel that loss or that lack. And it's not of what actually was. It's what maybe you thought it could have been before you discovered all of this hidden information about him. It's more the loss of what you thought it could have been than what it actually was. But you don't have to worry about it too long, because as you close this out, this fear, loss, lack, and victimization mentality that you have is going to go away. You're going to close it out because you also have the number 34 here, which adds up to a 7. So really tuning in and leaning into your more spiritual practices, meditation, journaling, just connecting to your guides and angels. The Temperance card is a spirit guide card. So asking your guides and angels to help and to help you through any loss or lack or fear or victimization that you have felt in this and also in past connections that we have established. You've been through some pretty crazy stuff over the last year with relationships and all of that. I just want to get a couple more, I think. Also more advice. And then healing earth. Yeah, you're going to heal from this loss, this victimization. You're healing from it because you got the 46, the new beginning. This is an Aries season theme. This comes out in pretty much every single reading I've done today and our collective. Has it not, you guys? Look at it. Healing earth. The power to give and receive healing. You have the power to heal yourself from this. Absolutely you do. And this one jumped. It wants out as well. Duality. Many meanings and misunderstanding. And that's the core of what this 7 of Cups is. This is, did he mean this? Did he mean that? Did he mean this? Did he mean that? Too many ideas. Too much confusion. But you're cutting through that. This is what you're closing out. You're closing out the loss and the lack. You're closing out the many meanings and the misunderstandings you've had here because we've got a 9. You're leaning into your spirituality to close this out with the 9. And then 7 is the spirituality. And then the 46, the healing, is the new beginning. Healing. Yes, absolutely. So your other question is just any advice to get me on the right path after the sexual assault. I've been very reckless and my judgment isn't right. I know it isn't but I keep putting myself in bad situations. Yeah. But this, again, I think is a karmic cycle in your life. And maybe you're calling in. I think also the person that did assault you was another karmic contract or a karmic relationship. So getting as much knowledge and information as you can about closing out karmic cycles and karmic relationships, karmic contracts, is really going to be like ammo in your arsenal to overcome this. Because this is a part of, not the only reason you incarnated, but you incarnated to also close out a lot of past karma, especially with feeling vulnerable and opening yourself up. I mean, this person, my autofocus isn't, but I think you can still see it. This person, this woman, specifically a woman here, is opening herself up from to show her insides. That's a very vulnerable state to be in. And being assaulted, that's beyond vulnerability. That's no permission for my vulnerability in this situation. So finding a balance between being vulnerable and knowing where to keep your boundaries, I think, is another big karmic lesson you're learning through all of this. But I think you worked and moved. Oh, now my right ear's ringing. Your dad's here. Your dad's here too to give you some knowledge and guidance. Of course he is. Of course he is. And everybody's parents, grandparents, friends, brothers that have passed over. If you missed my collective reading at the beginning of this, Kat, I think you were here for some of it, at least. But if you missed it, watch the whole thing because a lot of crossed over loved ones are supporting us right now through these major shifts that this planet. And that's one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of this new moon. Astrologically speaking, at least per Vedic astrology, there are many planets changing signs this month. This is huge energy. We have Neptune going from Aquarius into Pisces. We've got Saturn touching out of Capricorn into Jupiter out of Capricorn into Jupiter. No, into Aquarius. Out of Capricorn into Aquarius. And also Jupiter is going into Pisces this month as well. In Vedic astrology, these things have already happened and transpired per Western astrology. But energetically speaking, I can feel these major shifts going on with the Vedic astrology at hand in April. Between now and then, of course, the end of the month, April 30th, we have another big eclipse coming. So major transformations, transitions, closing out those old karmic cycles and then starting new cycles that are not karmic. This is us freeing ourselves from the baggage of the past lives, past traumas and wounds of this life and past lives, and what we just wanted to experience. We're closing a lot of that out so that we can get to the good stuff. That's what we're doing as a collective in April. So it's huge. It's so huge. This is a huge energetic month for every single one of us on this planet. Whether we want to ascend or not, it's huge. It's huge. So let's see. Other question, any advice on how to get me on the right path after the sexual assault? Yes, we've already kind of read that, but I want to dive into this. So for Kat, getting on the right path after the assault and just being reckless, and her judgment isn't right and she knows it isn't, but she keeps putting herself in bad situations. What does she need to know? Yeah, there is that confused judgment. It's the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other kind of energy. And when you make the choice, or even before you make the choice, yeah, this isn't going to be good. I shouldn't do this. But there's something emotionally unbalanced within you. Again, I think it's because of the karma pulling you in the bad situation direction that you're closing out, so that you can select things that are more emotionally fulfilling and exciting. Because I think what you're really seeking in your life is excitement. And the best way to go after that excitement is to somehow, and I don't think it's on a conscious level, Kat. This is subconscious because it's helping you close out that karma, putting you in bad or dangerous situations because you're looking for this excitement that is lacking in your life. But with this Princess of Cups coming in to kind of clarify this confused energy, or just deciding good or bad things to do, there's going to be much more opportunity this month and moving forward for you, Kat, for good exciting opportunities, good excitement, not bad and dangerous excitement, but good excitement to come in. And there may even be a new love interest that piques your interest. I'm really seeing June, but even though this isn't like kind of more immediate energy reading, I'm seeing something in June. But really taking the time between now and your next relationship or situationship or friends with benefits situation to really heal yourself and just love yourself and just be in your own energy and see what it is you want, moving forward. That's the best way you can heal, is just to listen to your own heart and do what your heart is asking you to do. Yes, I literally telling my best friend that my need for excitement is clouding my judgment. Yes, but there's other ways you can get excitement. Going on a trip, booking a flight to do some, jumping out of an airplane, doing some bungee jumping. I mean, these are thrill-seeking activities that, usually have a good ending, right? Or just planning like a girls' weekend with your best friend. Me and Jessie and Monica are actually planning a girls' trip very soon, and it's going to be really exciting. Just being able to do something fun and feel like you have a handle on your life, and clearing this confusion is one of the best ways you can heal. But there's the healing coming in yet again. Spirit guides, your dad is coming in again. Temperance energy. This is Sagittarius energy as well. And during June, I think we are going to be experiencing the Sagittarius full moon during June. So that's really lining up with that timeline I was saying as, June 1st, you being like, Ethan, who? Something leading up to the Sagittarius full moon for you is going to really put you on a different path where you're seeking excitement in your own soul rather than looking for it out in the external world. But let's just see any other advice for her to get on this. I mean, you are on the right path. Don't get me wrong. You already are on the right path, even though it's felt like, the boulevard of broken dreams and aspirations and bad situations. You've been on the right path, or the correct path for your soul's plan this whole time. Even if your ego or your human aspect is like, WTF did I sign up for? Why, Spirit? Why? No, your soul wanted to experience these things. As gross as that sounds, that's the reality of it. And when you can put it, I'm getting major chills. Yeah, your dad is laughing now. He's like, man, yeah, she really signed up. And I think I've used this buffet example before for you, Kat, but if I haven't, here it is. As souls, when we want to incarnate, before we incarnate, we kind of set our plan. Of course, The human aspect of us has free will that can totally go off the rails of certain things. But our souls have this plan. It's almost like they are very starving, hungry, and they have this big platter plate, and there's a buffet, just line after line after line of buffet with everything, every single food you could imagine, and dessert you could imagine. And our soul aspect of us gets real excited, like, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want to experience that. And they have this heaping platter. It's not even just a buffet plate. It's a heaping platter that we just heap on all these problems and dramas and, broken heart and grief, and maybe even some exciting things sprinkled in as well. It's not all bad. It's not all doom and gloom, because we would all give up if that's the case. But then we get back to the table, we sit down, we've taken a few bites and taken a few more bites, and we're talking with the other souls, like how excited we are, take a few more bites, and before we know it, we are full. But guess what? There's still so much left on that plate. We're like, oh no, this was a bad idea. That's how our human aspect comes in and feels after, because the soul incarnates and starts experiencing things. It's like, yeah, this is awesome. Of course, our human aspect is like, what's going on? Because our human aspect usually is in the dark and doesn't understand these things on a deeper level. But if you can at least understand, maybe not why or how you signed up to do certain things, but that you did, that can take a lot of pressure off you beating yourself up for getting yourself into these quote unquote bad situations, Kat. But let's just see any other advice or wisdom from spirit to help bring her judgment back into a better alignment. I think you are already, though, because the Temperance coming in, this is balancing your judgment more than probably any other card. And look, you're trying to balance your judgment here, but you're on one foot. At least she's got 2 feet on the ground. So you're bringing that foot down to balance yourself even more firmly on the earth. So getting out in nature and literally grounding yourself can help you bring back that beautiful, like divine connection to your intuition, where, yeah, your heart is saying, don't go after Ethan, but your head is like, oh, I know it's bad, but like, yeah, it'll be fun. Let's just do it. But really, your soul is also saying, yeah, you should go toward Ethan so we can close out all this karma so we can experience some good things. So really, you can't fault yourself for what you've done, because you had that back and forth. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? Before even going, but then yet you still took that leap in that direction because on a deeper level, you knew you needed to close out that karmic cycle. So don't beat yourself up. You were meant to experience these things. Oh, look, Princess and Prince of Cups. So this progression here, you're going from kissing those frogs to finally finding that knight in shining armor, because you're going from these really immature energies of the person who just literally took advantage of you, and then this Ethan situation, that's very immature energy. This next person is stepping up and offering you some emotional fulfillment. This person's much more romantic and more about you than themselves, than any of these people from your past you've been dealing with, Kat. This could even be your forever person. It really could. Wow. Yeah, you are feeling embarrassed about your decisions lately. Yeah, don't feel embarrassed. Yeah, this was meant to happen, I think. But there just needs to be this time of just going it alone for a minute, maybe a couple months, or just however long you feel you need to. Just going it alone, because that's where you're going to get the true wisdom of your own heart and your own soul, because bringing some new person's energy into this for you right now, it's not going to be very helpful for this balance you're trying to get on your judgment. So going it alone for a minute will be your best bet. Can I get an amen? Hermit energy. Yeah, going it alone. Tuning into your spirituality. And you got the Hermit in that other reading as well. Absolutely. You will not make these mistakes again. That is for sure. Jesse hit it right on the head. Drop the mic, Jesse. You said it. You won't be making these mistakes again. Yeah, someone has made so many mistakes. I will assure you those mistakes will make you a better person. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Going it alone for a minute is going to be your best advice, because you need to get a handle on what it is you really do want. Not what it is you think you should do or you shouldn't do, but what is it your heart and soul wants now? Now that these karmic cycles are closing out, now what? Yeah, we've got sacred action, decisive focus. That's exactly what I just said in a different wording. Yeah, what is it you want? That decisive focus. The Hermit. This is Hermit energy, but the Hermit is a 9 card, the 9. So getting in touch with yourself can close out those karmic cycles. And then the number 17 is you taking action. 1 + 7 is 8. Taking action in something that's way more emotionally fulfilling and exciting. Wow, let's get one more. I'm super excited about this. Ooh, yes. And then we have the calming waters, peaceful self-regulation. Come on now. Come on now. Yes, this is you getting back in touch with your heart and your soul and literally bringing your own healing about. This is that healing energy in the hands here as well. Bringing this healing activation. The Luninate, the channel I already told you to check out with the cord cutting, she's got a lot. She's got healing, Reiki healing in so many areas. Heart healing, self-love healing, creativity healing, sexual healing, like all of it. Her YouTube channel is going to be like a treasure chest for you, Kat. Maybe even just doing one of her videos every couple days or even every day if you really want to go all gung-ho on it could only benefit you. And for a while there, I was doing one of her videos. I would just kind of intuitively select what felt right from day to day, just going through her video list and seeing what felt right. And I do them a lot of times before bedtime. She even has a lot of really good sleep videos, sleep healing. Oh, there goes my battery. It's dying out. But yeah, since we're done with your reading, I'll just change it now. But I think that would be really beneficial for you, Kat. All right, so everyone stand by for just a minute while I change the battery. Actually, I'm going to get the other battery over here first. I'm going to put it back in, and then I'll charge it. That's what I'll do. Okay, so hopefully this won't beep at us. It might, though. So if you're wearing headphones, please turn it down because it might beep in your ear and be not very pleasant. Okay, didn't do it too long. Yay. Let's get this back in action here. Turn this back. Okay, we got a fresh battery. Just going to screw this back on up here. And bring the camera back. There. And I'm going to go charge this one real quick. Ah! I dropped it. Let me get it. Squeaky chairs. Ugh. Okay. Sorry about that. Quick little distraction. All right, I'm going to take a drink of my water, clear the table, and then up next we've got Maria Esperanza and then Jessie. I hope that resonated. Thanks again for your lovely donation, Kat. It's always a pleasure to read for you and see you here in the chat. Your energy just adds a little something extra here, and we love you. Oh, I'm so glad that made you feel better. Yeah, sometimes that's just all we need is to feel a little bit better. A little bit. Just a little. Just a little. Okay, that's not where I want it. And neither is that. Maybe I zoomed in. I don't know what I did. I do need to move this cord back behind my light though. Oops. Shifting my flowers. Carefully. All right. I think we're good right about there. You can still see the cards and have room for everything that way, I think. But I am, real quick, going to turn on my focus. Focus, hopefully. Focus. And off. Hopefully that manual focus word will go away after a minute. All right. Oh, I look like a fairy mermaid straight out of fairy tale in Alba Wyman. Well, thank you. I can totally appreciate that. My hair was a little extra wild. We actually did that session in Seattle, Washington, and I live in Montana, a different state in the U.S. I know you're in India. Get to like us, so you're like, wait, I don't know how much you know about states and stuff, but yes, that is kind of on the Pacific coastline of the U.S. and a lot of humidity. So I didn't put very much product in my hair that day because I'm used to not doing that. But the humidity over there is way different than it is here in Montana in the dry mountain air. So my hair got a little frizzy, a little big in that video. But hey, we're here for it, right? But thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. All right, so Maria Esperanza, and I think I already have the question for Jessie over in the PayPal comment thing. Hello, Kirsten, my dear. Welcome, welcome. Okay, we're just trucking right on through. I just heard the door. I think it's by the Doors, Jim Morrison. Break on through to the other side. I think that's what we're doing with this new moon. Yeah, and if anyone's joining us and missed the new moon collective reading at the beginning of the live stream, drop the mic. It was some beautiful information. Oh, there goes my camera doing its thing. My apologies. Hopefully it'll stay this time. Yeah, being natural is most beautiful. Hopping out to check out your session there. Cool, we'll see you later, Gitzeleka. Thanks for hanging out with us. Okay, yes, so Jessie, this is for Maria Esperanza, my beautiful princess and angel. Please, a message from her angels. I'm actually going to go back to the Pacific Northwest Tarot. I think she would appreciate the beautiful drawings on this. Let me know the timestamp. That is 1:35:07. 1 hour, 35 minutes, 7 seconds. Yes, thanks for reminding me. And if any of you would like me to timestamp your reading, absolutely, Jamie Withrow, we're still here. We're still here. If anyone would like me to timestamp your reading at the beginning, just let me know right before we get started and I can let you know. And then when this thing posts to my channel, you can comment. And then even a year from now, if you want to check back to this video and your comments there, you can go right to your timestamp. You don't have to say, I wonder if I donated at this reading or live stream. And then what I do, like if I go get a reading from another reader, I have a playlist. It's just a private playlist on my YouTube that, like on my personal YouTube, not my channel, but my personal YouTube, that is just a private playlist where I have saved to the playlist different readings that I've done. And then in the comment of each of those, I will put my timestamp or whatever information I have about it so that, you know, years down the road, if I want to go look at it, I can, or, you know, a week later, I can. And I don't have to scrub and scroll through it. So any of you that would like me to shout your timestamp out, and then you can go comment when this posts, just let me know. Okay. So for Maria Esperanza, just a beautiful message from her angels, just anything she needs to know. Aw, this is exciting. I love this for that sweet little artist that you have, sweet Maria. This is artist getting new inspiration for drawing. I don't know, has she expressed interest in doing some sort of painting or maybe watercolor painting? That's kind of a vibe I'm getting from this card as well. Doing some sort of new creative endeavor, a new project, a new type of creativity that she hasn't done before. But there's healing. There's healing here as well. I think her creativity does heal her, and it helps heal her. Let's see what else we got. Two of Wands, making plans for the future. The future she wants. That's what I'm hearing. She's getting the future she wants. We have the Six of Cups here, which is nostalgia. She may be healing from places or people or situations from the past. This is cool because her art, Maria, I'm going to talk to Maria because it's her reading. So Maria, your art is healing you from the past. Maybe even you were an artist in a past life. This is past life energy. This is childhood energy, which you are still a child. So you are like in the present moment. Just being in the present moment of your childhood can really bring forth a lot of creative ideas and situations and, you know, opportunities for healing and growth. But this is moving away from something that you didn't like to be in, energetically, maybe even physically, moving away from something that you no longer resonate with, to bring you into alignment with your happiness, your abundance, your creativity, your passion, and even making plans for the future. To me, this feels like plans to get together with friends, plans to do exciting things. Maybe you're creating art with friends. Hey, you can create some art with Wrigley. He is my little artist. He loves to create things. His favorite thing is to cut magazines up. Like he'll cut like dog heads out of a magazine and like put it on a human body. Like he does a lot of that funny kind of art. But also he loves to draw and paint as well. So maybe Saturday I can bring some of the art supplies and you guys can paint. That'll be fun. Yay, I like it. I just want to get a couple more cards. Just any healing, beautiful messages from Maria's angels. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. There's maybe some anxiety or stress about the future because we've got future plans here and then the stress is coming out right below it. So there might be some stress or just kind of worry about the future. But let's clarify if there's a need to worry or stress or have any anxiety about the future anyway. Because I'm reading her current energy, Jessie. I don't think she realizes at this moment that she's not moving or that maybe has been changed. I don't think she understands that yet because that's what this reading is maybe reflecting. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Feeling like she has to speak up or defend herself because she feels cheated of something or lied to or stolen from, or that her future could be stolen in some way. Wow, that's deep. I think she really is feeling some type of way about having to go back to Miami. Even if you know it on the level, I don't think you understand, Jesse, the level that she feels maybe sad or, sorry, I'm talking to your mom now, Maria. But yes, maybe Maria, you are feeling sad or like, wow, we just got here and now we're leaving. I don't want to. Like that's the vibe that this is painting. Like she feels taken advantage of or stolen from in some way. But it doesn't have to play out this way. Yeah, she did last night for sure. I'm not showing her this reading. Okay. Aw, poor girl. Yeah, it can only maybe confuse her at this point. But because we've got 8, 6, 7, it's like 6, 7, 8, but out of order. Like things don't feel in order for her. She told you she hated it in Miami. Is that what she hated? Because I was really getting the impression she loved it here from this energy anyway. Yeah, it's devastating to her if she has to go back. Oh my gosh, what a conundrum. Yeah, it feels like death. This feels like death. Not literal death, but like, emotionally, like I'm feeling dead inside because I had this new beginning of something beautiful and bright and I love it and I got friends and I don't know, I'm hearing I love the mountains. I love the world. I love this area. But let's just see if you tell her Miami, but she wanted to spend more time at home. Yeah. Let's just see. Let's read into how she'll feel if she's told she can stay, but that maybe she won't have as much time at home right now just because, maybe she will if this thing works out with your boss. Maybe she will. But let's just see if, just at the very least, that you tell her we're staying, but maybe she won't have as much time at home right now. Let's just see how that will help her feel. Ooh, this one wants to come out. The World, that's just over the moon, excited, happy. Maybe not quite fulfilled because this is kind of closing one chapter, starting another. Like, okay, I can make this work. But there's also a lot of travel here because I think she likes to travel. I think she likes to experience things, but I don't think she wants to move again right now. Maybe in the same town, sure, but like not to Miami, so to speak. But let's see if her ultimate dream came true. She got to stay and got to spend more time at home. What that would look like for her. Oh my gosh, she would thrive so hardcore. And I knew it. I have major chills. I think your parents are trying to make this work to where you can work from home part of the day so that you can have the kids home after school. And she has more time to just devote to her own alone time, her own spiritual practice, her own creativity. Being able to stay, being able to have more time at home is like her ultimate wish. Like if she could have a wish granted right now, that would be it. She doesn't. I think her next second wish would be to stay and not have that alone time. And her third, don't want to do it, would be to go back to Miami, but then have time at home. Yeah. Let's just see any advice from Spirit on making this dream a reality for Maria Esperanza. Please, Spirit. How can Jessie help make this dream come true for her sweet baby? 6 of Wands, you're gonna make it happen. They're not telling us how. They're saying it's gonna happen, so just shut up about it. This is victory. Especially after a long battle or a war. There's a win here. There's a victory. There's recognition for a job well done. Maybe she is starting some sort of online platform. Even. Or she's just being really like held up or she's held in high regard with her friends or at her school. Like she's being recognized for her art, for her talents, for her beauty, for her beautiful spiritual soul. Like she's being recognized. Yes, your father, for sure. It's like, don't worry about how. This is gonna happen. But can you maybe give us a hint on how, possibly? That's too many, but I see the Judgment card there. There's more spirituality. Okay, let's see if that comes back out. We just never know. All right. What does Jessie need to know about making this dream a reality? Yeah, 7 of Cups. There's many ways you can go about it. So they don't even want you to worry about the how. Just take the inspired action you're guided to take in the moment like, speaking to your boss about possibly, working from home from 3 to 5:30 or whatever it is, rather than, having the kids in the aftercare and all that, and then getting home and Maria not being able to be home as much as she wants. There's multiple ways this could play out, and it's unclear exactly how it's going to go, but take the inspired action you're guided to take when you're inspired to take it, or, make a plan about how you're going to take action in the direction you want, and then make it happen that way. And spirit will line up the energies that need to go together. Oh, she wants to start a YouTube channel. That is so cool. Yeah, she might be able to do that. And if she's at home after school, she can spend time. I know she's already diving into learning how to edit and stuff. I mean, yeah, she could totally spend that time after school making content or creating stuff and just having fun, being a kid. But let's just see anything else Jessie needs to know. Oh my God, hard work's paying off. So just keep going one day at a time, one step at a time. And I'm really reading this as not just your energy and your hard work paying off, but hers as well. Yes. Yes, queen. Yes, queens. There's victory. So just taking the inspired action you're guided to take in every moment or every day, or, planning to ask that boss, but sooner than later, so that you can start laying the groundwork for these timelines to come in where this can be a possibility. Oh my gosh, this makes me feel so good. Oh, yay. Yay. Actually, before we close it out, I want to get a couple of those Priestess of Light oracles. Any advice, wisdom, guidance from Maria Esperanza from her angels about her future? Hidden knowledge, Akashic records, silent understanding. That is the High Priestess. Again, if I ever did see it, 52 is the number there. So maybe seeing the number 52, but 5 plus 2 is 7. Very spiritual. High Priestess, very spiritual. Yeah, anything else Maria Esperanza needs to know right now? And Earth magic, fearlessness and removing obstacles. Yeah, she's going to conquer these obstacles that she feels right now are in her way. For sure. For sure, for sure. So maybe even as soon as after school today, after work today, you're going to tell her, I don't think we're leaving after all. And that could just be all she needs to, and then asking her or telling her, hey, if you want more time at home, literally manifest it. I've been putting the manifestation skills or, opportunity or just the knowledge of it into my children and allowing them to do what they want with it. And they're both really good at manifesting things, like really good. So maybe talk to her about, making wishes and setting intentions. I'm sure you already have, but setting those intentions and then making them happen. Because she can do it. She's going to be a really good manifester if she isn't already. She told me yesterday, Mommy, no worries, we will figure this out. That she's absolutely right, because look, that hard work is paying off. All the fruits of your labor, all the back and forth, should I, shouldn't I, what do I do? You're figuring it out and you're coming out on top in some way. Not saying life is always easy all the time, but it's going to work out. Yeah, Mommy's taking care of her. Look at that. The Empress. Look at that. And also your mom. And of course your father. Of course him. We really already felt him. But yeah. Making this happen. Making this thing happen. It may not be perfect and always easy, but there's victory here. It will happen. It will happen. Maybe after a battle, which maybe I think you've already been going through a bit of a battle. And she's been going through a bit of an internal battle herself with the anxiety of wondering, do I have to leave? But I think the sooner you can tell her, I don't think that we are going to leave, the better it's going to be for her. But letting her know, at least right now, I think that's the plan. But we got to try to figure out new ways. Can you help me manifest you coming home, me being able to work from home, and we all get what we want? Yeah, she is your mom in an 8-year-old body. Absolutely. She is such a, yeah, they're showing me actually she was your mom in another past life. Yeah, for sure, for sure. She's soul family, for sure, for sure. Yes. Oh, I love it. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, you did last night. Yes. All right, so we'll get into the next question. And we did have another donation come in from Jamie Withrow, so we will add that to the list. But Jessie's question was a past life reading where you, Monica, and I were together, and you meaning me. We will tune in. I'm excited. Oh yeah, I'm definitely telling her today her anxiety is because the boys drive her nuts, right? For sure. But they're going to do that no matter where you live. So there's maybe finding ways to cope with that, healthy ways to cope with that so it doesn't really take her down, for sure. Okay, so I'm going to go to the modern witch. No. I want to go to the everyday witch. That's what I meant. Restack some of these out of the way here. Grab a drink of water. Okay. Let's head into the past life with Monica, Amanda, and Jesse. And timestamp for this is 1:50:12. 1 hour, 50 minutes, 12 seconds. Okay. Oh, I'm going to add Jamie with her real quick. So Jamie is going to be the last one I have a donation for. Unless anyone else donates between now and then. But we did good. We're at almost 2 hours on the live stream. I feel real good about that. Okay. Most recent past life for Monica, Jesse, and Amanda. Ooh, there's some deception going on. Ooh. Okay, no. I'm like, wait, we were mean to each other? No, we weren't. This paints a beautiful picture. And they're really showing the feminine aspect of this as well. So we were 3 sisters in this life they're speaking of. This is like witch trial time frame where we were deceived. Things we were doing, yes, we had these quote unquote witchy connections to the earth that they claimed we did. But they being the person that told on us or accused us in some way of something, said we were using our beautiful spiritual connections for evil or for black magic or for, putting curses or hexes or spells on people in bad ways or killing people or, it was lies. It was all lies. Yes, we were, alchemists and magicians and witchy vibes, not witchy like with the negative connotation of the day back then, but witchy how we kind of more see it nowadays, because we had guidance from the divine to create beauty and magic and abundance, not just for ourselves, but for our whole family and our community. But that really grinded the gears of one lady. They're showing me like a younger lady, probably in her early 20s. And we were more in our, I guess, early 20s to teens. They're showing Jessie being 16, Monica being the oldest sister, and then me being the middle sister. And Monica was 22. So 22. And then there were some brothers that we had. We had 3 brothers. One was younger than Jessie. One was between me and Jessie. One was between Monica and me. Wow. So it's like girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, right? So 6 of us. There were 6 siblings. Okay, that's how they're showing that. And they're showing 18, almost 19 at the time, and then Monica was 22, and it doesn't matter our brothers' ages. They're not showing these brothers being relevant to the reading at hand, although these brothers may be people in our lives. We don't know. They're telling me it's not the point of the reading, so we don't need to worry about it right now. Oh, she said something about the 22. Oh my gosh, you're right. Like 222, right? Sounds like the story's repeating itself, but this time we will have the happy ending. Absolutely. Yeah. That's exactly what we're going to have. We're going to balance this witchy energy in this life, but I want to get more information about that life. They're showing me there was divine intervention when we were put to death or executed, persecuted, burned, hung, whatever it was. They're telling me even the way we died, the manner in which we died wasn't even important because we weren't there. Our bodies were there and maybe we reacted as if we were there, but the spiritual guidance here is showing that our souls left our bodies before things got bad. That there was almost like an like automatic response to whatever our bodies were doing, saying, screaming, whatever the case was. Because of course, if you're going to be hung or whatever and you're waiting there, your body's probably going to cry tears. Or if you're going to be burned, you're probably going to be screaming, right? I mean, the bodies were acting as if we were there, but our souls had left. So we didn't have to experience the trauma of actually being. Maybe we did. by way of watching it happen, because I'm seeing us watch, and now they're showing me fire. They're showing me fire, so it was a burning. Yeah, oh yeah, there's a fire here too. Duh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, they're showing me a burning of, they thought, these deceptive, horrible people thought they were burning this wisdom, this knowledge, this creativity, but all they were doing is alchemizing it and making it stronger, because they took us out of body and put us into our full spiritual aspect. And in that life, they're showing me the next 20 years or so, we kind of stayed earthside, not fully, but slightly, to help our family in a lot of ways. Because our family was absolutely devastated by the loss of 3 daughters in the same vein. I don't see it actually happening in the same day. They're showing 2 maybe died the same day, and then 1 was later. Wow. But what does this mean for our life and our connection in this life? There's the victory. Absolutely. 6 of Wands. Victory after hard battles or hard past lifetimes. We won't have to go down that road again. This is victory. This is happiness. This is celebration, recognition. And I think all 3 of us are in the public arena, or plan to be in some way, with our writing, our blogs, our podcasts, our YouTube channels, and anything else we deem fit as something we want to create, right? We will get that recognition, I think, for our, where before we were recognized in a way that we didn't want to be recognized, but this time we'll be recognized in a better way. What else do we need to know about our connection, or just anything about this life with all of us? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. It's like a whole new beginning, where we are incarnating together in these soul family units, not as sisters in this life, but more as soul sisters, finding each other from 3 different walks of life. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And this is a new opportunity to create something new with that energy. Yeah, claim it. Absolutely. What else do we need to know about our connection now? Yeah, strength. Really embodying that higher self while in the human body. And overcoming any challenges or obstacles, not just alone, but together. Like, we help each other. Yeah, Monica moving to Missoula. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, but we got 2 of Pentacles here. So there is this balance of, how much do I be a human and how much do I allow the spirituality, which I think all 3 of us struggle with, balancing that spiritual and human part of ourselves. And it'll continue to probably be a theme in our lives because, but we're going to progress through it because we go from the Ace to the 2. We're progressing forward, or we're learning lessons by being confused about how much time do I spend being a human, how much time do I spend being spiritual, and finding the balance between. What else do we need to know about this life? And then there's the Knight of Pentacles. So that slow and steady approach, not anything or any recognition or anything that we do is just going to happen at the drop of a hat or overnight. This is planning. This is taking that Ace of Pentacles and planting it and waiting, watering, nurturing it, waiting for it to break the surface. But they're showing me like a mighty oak tree. It's not just a tiny little flower that it has one season and then it's gone. They're showing me like an oak tree, like planting firm roots and very slowly establishing itself, but growing into something very big and mighty. And that's actually the most stable way and best way to build anything, is with a very solid foundation that has longevity and roots to grow for a very long time. It's even kind of showing me like 10 of Pentacles vibes. But what else do we need to know about this life? Too many. The Page of Wands. Yeah, just getting that inspiration and then taking action on it. That's the most important thing, is to do it. Do the thing. Do the thing, because it'll grow and you'll gain that momentum and inspiration as we go. But sitting here waiting for tomorrow or, oh, someday I'll do that, that's not going to get us anywhere. I'm calling myself out right now. My writing. Yes, I am. We just need to be patient. That's absolutely it. That 7 of Pentacles, also 10 of Pentacles energy. I really feel strongly with this. A lot of Pentacles, though. Look at this. Pentacle City and lots of Wands as well. Lots of Wands and Pentacles. Fire and Earth energy. Yeah, and just not getting caught up in our heads about lack, or our lack of, vision, our lack of creativity, our lack of finances because of our creative endeavors. Yeah, walking away from the things, the people, the jobs, the situations, the locations that no longer serve us is for our best good. because we know we deserve the wish fulfillment of that ninth cup. And we're moving away from things, people, jobs, situations, maybe not overnight, because it's a progress, right? But eventually we will get to somewhere that feels way more emotionally fulfilling than not, than that lack that many of us have felt in our lives multiple times. One more to round us out. One more. Yeah, we just need to be patient. Absolutely. Yes, the world. That's travel. That's vacations. That's movement into the direction that feels much better. I love having this come after the Eight of Cups for us. Look at that. This is our trip. This is all leading up to our trip. Look at that. I'm so excited. It's like an Airbnb beach house here. So maybe we're making this like a yearly thing. Maybe next year we're going to go to the ocean somewhere, or somewhere warm and tropical. I don't know. It's exciting. Yes. So much fun. I love this. Yeah, and then on the back of the deck, we got the Emperor. So we don't need to be under the control of anyone else. We are in control of ourselves. Hawaii. Yeah, I've never been. That would be cool. Yeah, and loyalty. There's loyalty here with this dog. Being loyal friends over the years. I know I just met Monica last May and you last August, but like, of course, obviously, we've known each other for lifetimes. That's why the connection was so strong and quick and sudden and feels like it's been forever, even though it hasn't in this incarnation anyway. But stable. It's so stable. I love it. Such a cool reading. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch it because a lot of times when I channel, yeah, I get the highlights, I think, but just watching it back and listening like as an observer is so fun for me sometimes when I want to know something. A lot of times I'll go back and watch the collective reading as a viewer than the channeler, and it's a different experience. It's so interesting. Cool. Okay, so up next we got Jamie. Jamie Withrow. Go ahead and post your question, my dear, unless she did. I don't know if she did. Nope. Go ahead and post your question. We'll get right into that. Yes, I'm rewatching the whole entire thing again for sure. I actually did that on last Wednesday's live stream. I just put it on and listened to it as I did chores and stuff. Because that whole live stream somehow, some way felt like a collective message, and I was getting like resonating with people's answers to their questions. And you had mentioned the same thing. It's insane. The collective energy is so connected right now. It's insane. Now my throat chakra is acting up. Maybe there's a message there. Balancing our throat chakras. Doing things in moderation. Not burning ourselves out. All right, Jamie Withrow, it's your turn, my dear. And I think I want to go back to, Queen of Swords. I know who that represents. Now my throat chakra is acting up as the Queen of Swords flies out. Whoa! While we're waiting for Jamie's question, I'm just going to pull a card on that. I think Monica and Jesse know who the Queen of Swords is. Ooh, my hard work will be paying off. All of our hard work will be paying off in regards to this Queen of Swords energy. And we will be able to take action moving forward. My throat, what is happening? My apologies if that was loud, especially if you have headphones on. I feel like it's recalibrating or something, my throat chakra. But the hard work we've put into this thing will pay off. Yeah, we're taking action. And 369. If you want to understand the secrets of the universe, you understand the numbers 3, 6, and 9. Nikola Tesla says this. And he also says energy, frequency, and vibration. But he says the secrets of the universe are hidden in the numbers 3, 6, 9. And we got 3 and 9 here. I wonder if we can get a 6. We got another 9. Ooh, the world, yeah. We're going to be celebrating something regarding that Queen of Swords by our trip time, for sure. And then 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment, so, like, you can't get a better reading than that. I just did my own reading for myself. and Jessie, too, and by way of her observing what's going on. Monica! Well, there's nothing bad here. No siree. Jamie Withrow, are you here, my dear? Did she say anything about having to step out, or... maybe she's lagging if she had to go make her donation. I'm not sure. Jamie Withrow. I feel like everything is falling apart. Can you pull on what Spirit wants from me right now? Okay. So Jamie, I hope you're still here. I'm going to timestamp this just in case. Okay, good. I'm glad she posted because at least I can timestamp this and post it in my comment when it goes up on the channel. Okay, so 2 hours. Oh, there goes my thing. 2 hours, 4 minutes. 39 for Jamie. Okay, we got the timestamp. I'm gonna redo this camera setup here. Good. Okay, I think we'll just keep rolling with this deck. I'm gonna go back up to her question. Sorry you're not here, Jamie. I was long-winded on the other comment or other question. Sorry about that. But she says she feels like everything is falling apart. Can you pull on what spirit wants from me right now? Yes. For Jamie. What spirit wants from Jamie right now. Oops. Ooh. There might be a false start. Because sometimes when it's like you tried something and it didn't work, but trying it again, it will work. And then the devil pops out like off the top of the deck here. The devil is being in your own head or being seduced by the material world in some way. So maybe those messages resonate. Oh, there she is. Hi, Jamie. I'm sorry you're feeling this way. Yeah, there's confusion here for sure, or just not knowing what's next or what's the next step or how did that happen? I'm so mad and confused. But this is interesting. I'm glad I kept with this deck because she trusted her intuition to guide her to the target. And look, I don't know if you can tell. I don't have my autofocus on up here, but she threw the first sword of the two and it hit the bullseye. So trusting your intuition is going to be key for getting you through any confusion, sadness, just needing that clarity in your life. Trusting your intuition is key here right now for you, Jamie, moving forward. But what else does Jamie need to know about the situation she's going through, feeling everything? Yeah, there's heartbreak here. Yeah, you're feeling heartbroken. Someone did you wrong or you feel you've been wronged in some way. But at the same time, spirit is coming in to balance this out. And the two sometimes does indicate balance or a need for more balance as well. So I think there just is a need to balance. Maybe you've been run into the ground at work or in a relationship, or energetically speaking, you have been run into the ground energetically. And why can't I get these straight? Yeah, maybe you've been trying to adjust, readjust, and things just aren't lining up the way you want or working quite the way you want, even though you feel like you're taking all the proper precautions or proper actions to move forward, and things just are getting worse rather than better. But then I just heard kind of that tower energy. Everything is falling apart to be able to fall into place. Can someone let her know she might be lagging behind? I started her reading. Oh, it won't be proper terms right now, but when this posts, her reading will be starting at 2 hours, 4 minutes, 39 seconds in. You're here. Okay. Yeah, she's definitely lagging behind. Okay. So, yeah, you're feeling like there's no winners here. Like maybe there was a disagreement, a breakup of energy or a friendship or something. That's been very devastating. There's a lot of mental energy here with the swords too. So maybe trying to get out of your head a little bit about whatever the situation or situations are to get your clarity. Getting out in nature, doing something creative, taking care of yourself, doing some meditation. These are all ways to get out of your just thinking, the thinking loop, the monkey mind that keeps telling you to stress about X, Y, and Z. But there's this feeling of feeling taken advantage of in some way, that spirit or your own higher self is coming in right now, Jamie, to help alleviate or to shift back in your favor. Oh, you've been here the whole time. Very weird. Well, hopefully she'll catch up to speed here at some point. Let's see what else for Jamie. Yeah, it's like spirits to the rescue here. Let me pull this up so you can see. This is the Knight of Cups. So spirits somehow to the rescue here for you. Coming to the rescue, or at very least making you feel like you don't have to go it alone. Whatever you've been going through, stressing about, having anxiety about, you don't have to go it alone, because someone, it might even be someone younger than you that's, like a physical person incarnated right now, a child, or someone who you have a really good vibe with, maybe even a younger friend or family member, is coming in to offer you some support or maybe some advice or guidance. to get you through whatever you've been going through. Maybe even just some words this person says. They're not trying to help you, but something they say really catches with you and sticks. It's very profound. And maybe they're not even meaning to communicate the specific message you got to you, but you get the message somehow from them. Yeah, another young energy, Page of Wands. So, but this is you just finding your own new beginning or way forward in whatever you're going through. You're going to be able to find your way out of this. But this is you kind of pausing to reflect on the present moment, because this page is not in action. This page is standing still. They're not looking in front of them. They're not looking behind them. They're looking right like to the side of, at least from the vantage of the camera, they're looking to the present moment or to the side. Maybe there's someone near you or with you that has some information for you, possibly, potentially a younger person. We've got some animals here as well, a lizard and a cat. So maybe looking up the spirit animal or spirit guide of a lizard and a cat can bring you some additional guidance. But a lot of times cats do represent independence and fickle, like being fickle with some of their, wants or desires. So maybe you have been kind of unclear or fickle with your wants or your desires, or just knowing what's next for you. Everywhere you're running to the ground, you're exhausted. Yeah, there is this need to take a time out, especially like mental exhaustion. But mental exhaustion a lot of times can add or become physical exhaustion as well. There's just this need to get clarity and stand still for a moment. Maybe take a vacation, a staycation, a daycation. I think Spirit termed the term daycation the other day in my pick a card, because not everyone has time to take time off work and do all these things. But if we can just take a full day to just take a vacation for ourselves, a little daycation, it can be just that little reset button that we need to get rebalanced. Yeah, because there is this need to rebalance your energy, your mind, body, spirit, your work-life balance, your work or your personal life and dealing with other people life, like balancing it all out. It's very Libra energy or very Justice card energy. But yeah, you're going to be able to figure this out. And I'm seeing by the month of May things, probably before that, but by the month of May, things are looking much brighter. They're showing me like mid-month of April, things are really, I'm hearing that song, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. And before, this person couldn't see the obstacles. If you trust your intuition, though, feeling your way towards these obstacles or around these obstacles, you're going to hit the mark every time. So trust your intuition. But listening to that song, I can see clearly now. I always forget who sings it. All of the dark clouds have, I can't remember the lyrics, but listen to that song or look up the lyrics of that song. I think most people know that song, at least those in the US know of that song. But that's a song Spirit's handing me right now to give to you. There's a message in that for you. And then, if you've been stressed out about, well, I got to work because finances, or, just stressing out about finances in any way, up in your head about finances or abundance or stability or security in your life in any way, there's no need to worry after like the mid part of the month going toward the end of the month and into May. There's more stability and this kind of sigh of relief, because I just wanted to take a deep breath and let it out just now. So maybe just do that with me, Jamie. Yes. Oh, you logged out and then back in. Well, I have your timestamp, which I will post for you right now. And then when this video posts, if I forget, Jamie, look up your timestamp of 2 hours, 4 minutes, 39 seconds. So 2 hours, 4 minutes, 39 seconds when this posts. That's your timestamp. And you can comment that, Jamie. You can comment that timestamp if I forget to in the comments under this video when it posts. I don't think the comments are available till this video is no longer live, but you can do that and then you can, yep, you got it. You got it, Queen. Okay, let's get you another one to balance this out, because you need a little bit of balance. Yes, you do. 3 of Wands. Yes. So taking some action. Oh, I guess we got one more. We got one more we're waiting for. Wait, what did I do here? Okay, no, that was balanced. I'm just weird. I'm going to balance it right here. And now my throat chakra's acting up again. Very interesting how before your reading started and I was calling you out, my throat chakra started acting up. And now that I'm starting to close out your reading, Jamie, it's acting up again. Maybe that message also is for you. Especially with all this Swords energy, that is very communicative. It's throat chakra energy as well as like mind and third eye chakra too. So maybe speaking your truth, or letting people know what you intend to do or what you expect of them or what you want them to do. Because maybe someone in your life isn't clear on what your needs are, so they can't meet those needs if you don't communicate those needs. Oh, you were typing the question while I was coughing. There we go. So there's this need to get out, to express yourself with your words, or maybe even writing it out, because that's still words. That's still throat chakra vibes, really. But taking action on plans. But if you don't really have a game plan to move forward, I would say step back into that Ace of Wands, getting the inspired action on a plan, then the Two of Wands creating the plan, and then the Three of Wands executing the plan and going forward. But this is also a card about ships coming in or abundance coming in, completing a project. So pairing that vision up with the Ten of Pentacles, there's something that you've done in the past that's going to pay off for you. Okay, I want to get one more. Actually, two more. Let's get two more. There's that throat chakra. Let me take a drink of water. You're clearing something out, maybe doing a throat chakra meditation. I can definitely see you trying to heal from, the heartbreak, the taken advantage of, just not feeling heard or seen in the way that you deserve to be heard and seen by people, and really doing that healing. Heart healing and throat chakra healing for sure. There we go. I think I've cleared it. Maybe. But yeah, there's a lot of beautiful energy underlying everything you've gone through, Jamie. So just take heart that things are going to look up soon. They will. Yeah, divine masculine, being able to finally take action. Where right now you kind of feel like you, oh yeah, sure thing, Stacy MC. Absolutely, we're still here. And we'll get right into your question pretty much right when you get it donated and posted, because we're closing out the very last question I have. So great timing. Yeah, I think now is a good time to heal. And then with this combination of the Three of Wands taking action, this divine masculine taking action, active power, and an electric energy, taking just a hot minute to stand in the present moment of this Page of Wands, getting inspired on an idea or how to move forward, and then making the plans on that, and then actually moving forward. But I think healing is a big part of underlying what needs to take place here, which you're doing, because look, back of the deck energy, healing earth, the power to give and receive healing. And there's that hand chakra energy. And a lot of times writing, automatic writing or journaling can be a great way to heal or channel your own healing energy through your hands. Or even if you're not an energy healer, we got the 46 here, which is a 10, new beginning. But if you're not considering yourself a healer, we all are healers. Let's just establish that right now. Every single person on this planet is a healer. If you have a soul, if a soul essence resides within you, you are a healer. Let's just put that out there. Even those that are like, oh, I'm not a healer, I don't know how to heal. You do. You have the innate intelligence to heal yourself. And all healing is self-healing, which I totally went into in someone else's reading earlier. I think it was Amber 9 In's reading. We talked about how all healing is self-healing. I'm actually getting, this is interesting, Jamie, there's a major message for you in Amber's reading, which you said you've been here the whole time. So you probably listened to that and maybe resonated with parts of it. I don't think the whole thing is for you, but like the key aspects of her reading, especially the healing stuff, was for you. So go back and watch that if you want to remember what was said. But yes, you can heal yourself. And even if you just rub your hands together for, 10 to 30 seconds, whatever feels right, to create that energy ball, then separate your hands. You can feel that ball of energy between your hands. That is your healing energy at the ready for you to use in any way. And if your heart feels like it's hurt, literally put those hands on your heart and channel that healing energy from source down into you to heal your heart or your mind. Put them up on your head. Or, if your knee hurts, put them on your knee. If you just feel physically sick or maybe your throat or whatever, even if you don't know, if it's more emotional, the heart is a great place to put the hands. Maybe even sometimes the solar plexus or sacral energy, just put them on your tummy, would help you channel that healing where you need it. Because that healing, even if you don't put your hands in quote unquote the right place, that healing energy that you're channeling through will go where it's needed. So don't feel you're doing anything wrong or, oh, I don't know how to do it, or what if I do it wrong? You can't do it wrong. Just setting the intention to bring healing energy from source, from God, will bring it in and you will receive it. So please know that. You don't have to be some special Reiki master or anything like that to heal yourself or to help heal others, help heal the earth, help heal animals, whatever it is. So bring that forward. And then on the back of the deck, we've got deep emotions, unknown feelings, past life influences. So this, to me, this deep emotions really is tied to this heartbreak of this Three of Swords, and also this Five of Swords. But there is a past life connection to why you have experienced these things lately. Past life connection. So yeah, this is something that happened in a past life. This is karma. It's very interesting because some of Kat's reading is actually coming out in this too, about that karmic contracts, karmic relationships. So I think there's an element of that karmic stuff that you are closing out that old cycle of karma to then experience and reap the abundance that is waiting for you in this lifetime. Happiness, abundance, stability, security, vibing with like-minded and soul family type of people. That's coming for you. After some healing, which the 15 adds up to a 6, which is a number of healing, universal healing, and 2022 is a universal year number 6, a healing year, a healing year. So you have so much potential to heal from whatever ails you, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, and all of the above, Jamie. It's here for you. Yes, Queen. And miracles are on the back, ancient wisdom. So channel, use your intuition. It will not steer you wrong. You have that ancient wisdom of so many past lives and just your spiritual state to help aid you in anything that has been worrying you, stressing you out, hurting you in any way. And you said Amber's reading might resonate. And yes, I'm a healer. I know that already. Good. I'm glad you know that. Have known it for years, but I had to hide that too. Yeah. Last 4 years have been very difficult for me. I'm tired of hurting, and healing is refueling it at the same time. Yeah. Because a lot of times, especially with these cosmic energies we're getting through our sun with all these solar flares and stuff, literally these are high vibe energies, but a lot of us don't feel too high vibe when we have these energies come in because yes, it is elevating our vibration, but anything that is of lower vibration, trapped emotion, toxicity, stagnancy that we're still carrying around from past lives or the past or karma or whatever, that literally has to come to the surface because as we raise our vibration, that can't come with us. So yeah, we beat ourselves up time and time again, those of us on this path of ascension, like, well, these high energies are coming in, but I feel worse than ever. Like, I can't get it together. Why am I the way that I am? Why am I so stupid? Why can't I just heal and move on? It's not you, and you're doing everything right. And oh my goodness, go listen. I gave this to Jessie the other day, but Lori Ladd. Oh, let me type. Okay, Lori Ladd. That's not how you spell her name. I'm going to get it. Lori. Okay, I forgot the L this time. Lorieladd. Lori Ladd, YouTube. Her video she posted yesterday called something about, oh man, I gotta look it up. Please watch this. This will help you so much, Jamie, with what we're bringing forth right here, what I'm channeling for you right here, about just allowing yourself to feel whatever's coming in right now. And even if you feel like you're not spiritual anymore, or you can't heal, or ... you're doing it. Just you being here, you're doing it. But yes, when these high vibrational energies come in, it can make us feel worse than ever because it's really triggering those lower states that we have lived in or existed in. And we're closing these cycles out. That's the beauty of specifically Aries new moon and Aries season, is starting a whole new cycle, closing out the old, in with the new. Okay, and she's got a new one today, wanting to leave the planet, a powerful message, which I'm sure will also resonate, but powerful reminder of what you are going through, posted 1 day ago. And this is Lori Ladd. I know it's there. Lori Ladd, just spelled there. Watch her video she posted 1 day ago. Powerful reminder of what we are going through. And then also, I'm already seeing you probably need wanting to leave the planet, a powerful message. Not that you need it, but it's just going to be that clarification or validation that you're not wrong in how you feel and what you've been through. You're not wrong. And you're going to actually feel your way through it. Absolutely, you are. Yes, I can shout out like tools and other creators that I know can help because I know they've helped me. And I only can speak for those that I know have helped me. But look on the back of the deck. Also, you've got balance, stability, and standing firm. That's exactly what you are hoping for here. Being able to stand firm in what you know to be for you and leave behind those old relationships, situations, heartbreaks, where you feel precarious or like it's not for you anymore. You've outgrown a lot of people, situations, places. You've outgrown this, and now it's time to move on. And that could be hard. But Lori really breaks it down in that video from yesterday. So yes, definitely watch that. You are so welcome, Jamie. Thanks again for your lovely donation. It's always a pleasure to see you here, and also on Patreon. And I was kind of talking about Patreon earlier. You may have already heard me, but I have a lot of exciting new stuff planned for Patreon this month. Like you're getting even more for your money, because I'm just done waiting for new patrons to come in. I'm just going to create the content and the amount of content I want, and just know that eventually that community will build itself when it's meant to. I just have too many plans I've been putting on the back burner because we only have at current 15 patrons now. But I'm just going to build it and they will come. Isn't that the saying? If you build it, they will come. So that's what I'm going to do. And I also obviously and always appreciate your hanging out and your contribution to the community. And also, yes, Jamie, I absolutely do have more spots left. We're going to get into the next reading for, I know it was some sweet lady that had Stacy's reading. So Stacy, you can go ahead and post your question. And then, yeah, Jamie Wilson, if you would like to donate, you can. But yeah, Jamie Withrow, it's exciting what I've got planned. We're going to be doing to your patron just a hangout. It's just a Zoom hangout, because that's kind of what the Zoom for the inspirational books yesterday turned into. Like the last probably 45 minutes of it was just 3 of us hanging out. And I absolutely love that, because that's kind of how it is on these live streams, between readings. I feel like we get to hang out and like just vibe with each other, but it's even more like taken up a notch or more fun when it's Zoom and you can see or at least hear other people. Not everyone's comfortable being on camera or even talking, but there's also the chat feature, which is so fun. I mean, I just had so much fun, and I think at least once a month, if we could just connect, we could talk about just whatever, any topics, or just however the conversation flows. I think would be so fun, because so many people just don't have that spiritual connection with the people they vibe with just in town. Oh my God, Jessie! Good news for Jessie. Her boss said yes. I am, holy cow, I have chills right now. Jessie! Woo! See, new beginnings all around. This is so spectacular. See, sometimes we have to ask and communicate what we want, and then we get it. It's like on The Office, how Michael Scott quoted the quote that Wayne Gretzky quoted. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If we don't ask for these things, we will not, the answer's already no. So ask for what you want, especially now Aries season is popping off, you guys. Ask for what you want, because oh my goodness, those timelines are available for us to get what we want. It may not be easy and just a direct path to what we want, but like it's a potential now, where maybe before it felt so far away and just foreign and distant that we would never get there. But oh my gosh, the energy flowing in is helping us heal and overcome the past so we can get where we want to go. And Stacy already has her question posted. Thank you for that. You would like guidance on your career and making the right decision moving forward for the greater good of all. I love that. Let's get Stacy that beautiful guidance on her career and moving forward for the greater good of all. You're struggling, recently doesn't feel aligned anymore. Yes, we've all been feeling that, Stacy. Also, you look at Lori Ladd. Look into Lori Ladd. Did you hear what I told Jamie Withrow just a minute ago about Lori Ladd's 2 last posts? I haven't watched her one from today, but I'm already feeling chills that it's going to resonate. Lori Ladd, her video posted yesterday about, let me just reiterate this real quick. Powerful reminder of what you are going through, or what we are going through. Because this is not just you or you or you or you. Bye, Jamie. Love you. Sisterhood power. Yeah. This isn't just what each individual one of us are going through. This is what all of us as a beautiful human collective are going through. Because the old is dying to make room for the new. And that transitional phase between the death and the new rebirth is very difficult for all of us, but in different ways, right? But let's get beautiful Stacy some guidance on that career, on her career moving forward. She's struggling and doesn't feel aligned anymore. Yeah. Yes, there's that. This is the athlete. I always call this the Olympic athlete card, the 9 of Wands. It's like the blood, the sweat, the tears that have gone in. You are so close to closing out an old cycle and starting something new. It's not even funny. It's here for you. It's available for you right now. This new beginning is just almost like a light at the end of the tunnel. But like, Stacey, you might be like, is that light a freight train coming my way, or is that an actual light? And I'm hearing it's an actual light, because maybe before you feel like every light that you see at the end of the tunnel is just a freight train coming your way, ready to mow you down. That is not the case this time. No, but it's maybe going to take a minute of like inner reflection or just like brain dumping. This to me feels like you just getting a journal or a piece of paper and just writing out all of your fears, all of your hopes, all of your to-do list, just everything that's bumbling around up in your mind, keeping your mind active. Maybe you've not even been able to sleep because there's so much on your mind, or you just keep thinking of the most random things, maybe even especially like of things from the past or situations that happened in the past. And maybe you're playing out scenarios in your mind of how I could have done that different, or man, if I knew about that person what I know now, I would have said this and done that. But that's all, like they say, hindsight is 2020. But it's okay, I think, sometimes to role play those scenarios out in a different way to empower ourselves. But if we're just doing these things to make ourselves feel bad about what actually happened, it's not healthy and it's not helpful. But if you've been doing that, it's okay. I think many of us have been doing that, because it's like, why did I make that big choice? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? Well, everything you've done or the path that you've taken up till now has been for a reason. If we can just remind ourselves of that, we're all going to be better off. And like I said at the top of this live stream, I think it might have been during the collective, but it might also have been during someone's reading. I kind of get lost in time during these, but I had mentioned something about, what was it I was going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, now, see, I'm already trying to remember when I said it, and then I forgot what I was going to say. It was good too. Well, it's there somewhere. Hello, Becca, my dear. Welcome. It might come back. I think it'll come back, but maybe you already got the memo and that's why it didn't need to come out. Yeah, you're just kind of feeling apathetic about where you're at right now. And I can totally feel that. Many of us have been feeling that apathy, especially this combination of 4 cups and the Hanged Man coming out together. That is apathy if I ever saw it. Just feeling blah, bored. But again, Lori Ladd breaks down that feeling of boredom, or like we're not feeling excited and inspired or passionate about life anymore in that video. So please listen to that. I think you're going to get so much guidance from that, or at least feel validated in how you've been feeling, Stacey. It's going to be helpful. But you've been kind of in this stuck or stasis energy right now because, yes, you are no longer in alignment with what was, but maybe the alignment of what is next isn't quite ready yet, because there's some healing here. With this Hanged Man, I mean, this is chrysalis energy. This caterpillar turns itself to goo inside of the caterpillar, or sorry, in the chrysalis. And if that chrysalis were to open too early, that caterpillar that would be then the butterfly would die. It needs the divine time. And I think Seven of Pentacles energy, there's a bit of patience that's needed here for you to get your bearings, for you to make some plans, for you to do some healing, for you to really get in alignment with what it is you want to do. Because maybe you thought you knew what you wanted to do and you've been doing it and it's been great until it wasn't. And now you're not sure your next steps. You're not sure what you want to do next. And maybe that's just creating some apathy. Like, I know I don't want to be where I'm at, but I don't know where I want to be. Because it's a lot of times when we don't know what we want, it can be helpful for us to write down what we know we don't want. Write a I don't want list. I don't want to feel disempowered at work. I don't want to feel taken advantage of. I don't want to, whatever it is. And writing that out can start putting us into, maybe even some opposites. I don't want to feel disempowered at work. I want to feel empowered at work. That can start illuminating what we do want. I know it sounds kind of counterintuitive. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on my clock. So there's progression here. You're progressing one step at a time, one cycle at a time, because the caterpillar can't jump from caterpillar to butterfly. That's just not possible. And it's very interesting. I actually have a butterfly here. I didn't even realize it this whole time. I mean, obviously I realized it when I put it on the table, but I didn't realize the chrysalis now butterfly since you're reading. Like, yes. Are these upside down? What did I do? Why is this one upside down? It is randomly upside down. Okay, let me fix this and get back on Stacey's reading. Yeah, you're feeling stuck, but this is for a reason, for you to pull back your energy just a bit. Even if you're continuing to work in the career you're at, it's okay. Showing up apathetic is okay for a time, because you're making plans. You're reforming yourself from goo into a butterfly right now. to know what your next steps are. What else for Stacy? Okay, we want that one and this one. And Becca, I got your email about what you do. That is so cool. I kind of had a feeling you might have meant literally dreaming, and it makes sense, I think, with the message that came through. It's so cool. Yeah, you're ready to put down a lot of burdens, but you're feeling like, Stacy, yeah, horrible work situation. I can definitely see this. This is literal, like, feeling like so overburdened that it's not even funny. Like, you need a vacation next year already. It's like, I need a nap tomorrow already. Oh, there goes the camera. That's how this feels. Very overburdened, very underappreciated. I think I keep saying underappreciated. I think I was saying that in Jamie Withrow's reading as well. But I just feel this like energy of unappreciation, or all this work I put in. It's like it's not even going anywhere or doing anything. Or if I leave this job, I'm not going to find a one that pays as well. Yes, it sucks, but at least it pays the bills. But I have a feeling with this, you're going to formulate or find a way to have a different work situation that is going to then give you more of a 6 of Pentacles, 7, 8, 9, 10 of Pentacles vibe than you feeling like you have to take a pay cut just to have some happiness at work. Let's feel into that. Feeling some happiness at work. Yeah, there's that 6 of Pentacles, finding the balance. Feeling rewarded or at least recognized for the work you put in. And strength. Yeah, this is you tuning into your own higher self to bring forth that more spiritual aspect of yourself that already knows you are abundant, that already knows you can do anything, be anything you want to be. Because the strength card, I always say this, but I'll say it again. I see the lion as the human aspect, and that person kind of taming the lion as our higher self or spirit coming in to aid or help us through what we're challenged by. And that's you tuning into that inner strength or that, higher self aspect of yourself, Stacy, for your career to lead you in a direction that is more balanced, more fulfilling, that feels like you don't have to work yourself into the ground or be overburdened or underappreciated just to put the food on the table and pay the bills. Because you deserve a job that feels emotionally fulfilling and also pays the bills. Because look on the back of the deck. Yeah, there is a job coming in for you, a potential for, an opportunity for. But this is you doing your healing and also, putting your feelers out for another job. It could even be in a different career path completely. It really could with what we got here. But this next opportunity coming for you in your career feels way more emotional. This is an emotional new beginning. So to me, this feels like a whole new job. It's not like, oh, there's new management or, oh, that one person I can't stand at work quit. No, this feels to me like a whole new job. But this is one that feels very emotionally inspired and exciting and happy. And pairing that up with the King of Cups, this is someone who feels in balance with their emotions. And again, Lori Ladd goes into not trying to control your emotions in that video. I think you're just going to love the video. It's going to really resonate or vibe with you in some way. I think it is. But this King of Cups is you feeling like maybe you're not controlling your emotions, but you feel more in control of them without trying to control them. It's like you're going with the flow of however you're feeling emotionally, but things are looking up emotionally here. This is someone who feels good about their job. Like, I think also another Office reference. The lady that took over when they were Saber, Joe, who was played by Kathy Bates. She's like, can you put your stamp of approval on the day of work that you just did? Kind of that vibe. It's like you're going to leave work feeling very fulfilled about the work that you just put in that day. Not, oh, thank God it's over. I can go home now. This to me feels like you're very emotionally invested in the work you're doing, but not in a way that it takes control of your life. But this just feels like you feeling more in control of your emotional state when you're at work or whatever your new career opportunity is. All right. I'm going to get a couple of these that I stacked over here. Priestess of Light Oracles for Stacy. Anything else she needs to know about this career? Yeah, summoning power, instinct, intellect, and control. What have we been talking about? Control. Not being in control, but feeling more in control, if that makes sense. It's not like we're trying to control everything, but feeling more in control with the lot that we've been dealt or the lot we've been given. Is kind of the vibe of what I'm getting here. But this is you summoning your own power, strength, your own higher self, bringing your own higher self aspect online to help you feel more in balance and in more control of what your external reality and your work life situation is. Not feeling so taken advantage of or thrown and tossed to the waves, like I think you have been feeling with this overburdened energy here. And then power over difficulty. There's 2 words of power here. Power, power, and then you have a power card of the King of Cups. Whew, reclaiming your power. Power over difficulty. You are reclaiming your power. You're summoning it, then you're reclaiming it. You're using your intuition to do this. So set intentions to connect to your higher self and bring more of your more higher self aspect online. And this is really going to help put you in alignment with a job where maybe you are your own boss. Maybe you are starting your own business, or maybe you are in a more, I guess, leadership role at a new job where you are the one, not, oh, now I get to order everyone around. I don't see it like that. I see it as you feel more in control of your daily work life. And we've got a 4 here, and then 32 adds up to 5. So there's progression here. You're moving through this. You're moving past this. And then we can go 4, 5, 6. Yes, you're moving. Moving ahead, advancing in some way. I just want to get one more. I'm going to go to the Activation Gateway Oracle cards. One more for Stacy. And then up next, if you want to post your question, Jamie Wilson, feel free to do that, my dear, and we'll get right into it. We have the Gaia Gateway activation, learning experience, wisdom transmissions, and earth intelligence. Yes, and Spirit's directed me back to the strength card, the lion, the Leo energy, the solar plexus. But that earth energy, that earth intelligence is, of course, being a human, but also allowing that higher self to speak to and through us and trust that intuition to guide us. This job, this whole horrible experience that you're doing or going through at work right now is a learning experience for you. And you're realizing you deserve better than this. You don't have to stay in this, and you shouldn't stay in this too long term. But maybe while you heal a little bit and look for that new, I said almost lurk. It's like you're lurking online to find a new position or a new job posting, and then you take action on it. You jump on it. Reclaim your power by applying somewhere that feels freeing to you. I actually want to get one more gateway activation. We have the crown chakra upgrade, divine connection. What was I just saying about really strengthening that higher self connection or really leaning into it? Holy experience and miraculous energy. Yeah, you're overcoming these learning experiences that you're going through at this current, career situation to bring in more abundance, to be able to do a job that you love that also pays the bills, but also leaning on and allowing that higher aspect of yourself, your higher self, to come online, even spirit itself. There's peace here. Where before there was overburdened so much that you're about to die, now there's peace. The dove indicates peace. So also looking up the spirit animal of the dove, I think can give you some additional guidance on what this next opportunity is going to look like compared to where you're at now, Stacy. So I hope that resonated for you. I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. It is so difficult. It's so difficult. Okay. Let me put these put away and we'll get into Jamie's questions. But big hugs, Stacy. I know it probably feels very hard. It's almost like you are partway up the mountain, like of Mount Everest, and you're like, I've been through so much. I can't continue this crap. I can't keep going. This is so difficult. But you don't have to keep going as far as this same mountain. It's almost like at some point you're going to be teleported to a new mountain that feels a way more in alignment. Not saying Mount Everest is bad or anything, but like it's difficult to go up that mountain. But something more doable or more attainable is coming for you. Something that doesn't feel so energetically draining and overpowering of your energy. Okay. So Jamie Wilson, I'm going to get to you right in about 2 seconds. And I think this is going to be our last question because I definitely want to grab some lunch before I have to leave and get my kiddos from school. But oh my goodness, we've been live 2 hours, 43 minutes, and 34 seconds. Oh my goodness. Right as I said that. And I keep seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 4, 3 on my clock today. It's crazy. Because it was just 12:43 a couple minutes ago now. And I saw it but didn't mention it, but I should have. Okay. You are so welcome, my dear. Thanks again for your donation, and thanks for hanging out with us here today, Stacy. Okay, so Jamie, Curious, what is my relationship supposed to be with Ryan? Are we supposed to be friends? And the rest, I'd love, just love a general reading. Okay. So what is her relationship supposed to be with Ryan? I'm already getting that you guys actually were an item or like, married together in a past life. But this is the beautiful thing about free will as humans. You can make this relationship whatever you want it to be. That's the beauty here. You have potential to be friends or lovers or not friends at all. Like whatever you want to make this. Whatever you want to make this. But whatever you decide to make this relationship become or be, you will be successful at it. Whatever you decide. But let's just see what else. Yeah, we've got the Seven of Wands. So there may have been some issues or troubles in this relationship with Ryan before, or maybe still to this day. Maybe feeling like one or the other of you couldn't speak your truth to the other, or the other one stood up for what they believed in, and the other one didn't reciprocate or didn't like the timing. Like they're showing me like timing wasn't right or something like that. Really weird connection, and it looks like Spirit keeps pushing me to have a relationship with him. I would really say they're not really pushing you. Maybe your soul is pushing you to examine whatever this is. There might even be some past life stuff you want to resolve in this life with him. But I'm also seeing a life where you were his mother. So maybe there is this element of you want to take care of him in some way. Like you feel bad for him or feel sorry for him and you want to make sure he's taken care of. I'm really reading that. Oh, sorry. Banged my ring on the table. But there's a lot of temptation here. And I don't think that, as far as your soul's path with him, I don't feel that you're supposed to be like married and with children in this life. But there is, very funny enough, a temptation to go down that road because of past life experience with him. But I don't think that is your soul's true path in, I'm getting major chills now. I don't think that's your soul's true path in this life. But there is this kind of dance of seduction or Spirit's being very vulgar right now. Effing each other with your eyes. Flirting. Maybe it's not the best relationship for you, but there's something flirty and dangerous and kind of exciting about it. Kind of like maybe he's not the best pick as far as a stable, secure, foundational future. He's not a safe pick, we'll put it that way. He's more of a risk than maybe anyone else. Doesn't mean he's a bad person. No. I'm seeing you guys are soulmates for sure. Lots of past lives together, but it's like the timing was never right. And he is, compared to you, my dear, very immature in a lot of ways. Specifically in the ways you deserve, which is a provider and, a father figure and, not for you, but like for your children. He just can't live up to what you deserve in this life for that. So how about your current? Yeah, let's get a read on your current. Wow, I knew it when I met him. I practically vibrated. Right. Yeah. Your current, we've got a Six of Wands. There's victory with the current. There's a little trying to rise above or stand up for what you know is right with Ryan. But with current, we've got victory. We've got success. This is what is meant for you. Doesn't mean that this is going to go away like in your mind or fantasies or, whatever. It's there. And you shouldn't feel bad about that because you've been there before in past lives. You've been the mother. You've been the lover. He's been the mother. He's been the brother. You guys just go round and round and round. I really see that. So it's okay to have these innocent little, I guess, fantasies. I guess that's the best word Spirit's given me for that, without actually taking action in his direction. And it doesn't mean you don't have to have him in your life. You can still be friends with him, but of course, have very firm boundaries, especially if you are invested and interested in with somebody different. There does need to be established boundaries. But with your current, we're still asking about your current. There's a lot of passion in your current energy, your current situation as well. This is the phallic symbol, the Ace of Wands. Very phallic energy, sexual energy, creation of children. So that makes sense, right? Yeah, and this was meant to be. These children that you are having were meant to come through your specific boyfriend's or, love interest bloodline. You were meant to come into union in this life with Mickey for these specific children to be birthed. Not to say someday it's not a potential, because, you know, free will reigns supreme here, that you don't break up and then go have children with someone else later. Like, you can do that. You're in control here. Your higher self's kind of trying to guide the ship, but like spirit, I mean, human, we can let all hell break loose on whatever. But you have accomplished and will continue to accomplish what you set out to do in this life, in this relationship. But if this relationship ever does feel not good, not supportive, not what you want it to be, you have the right and the potential to move on to a different relationship. I just don't see it ever being Ryan, like full-time, full-term, you know, off into the sunset for longevity with him, because to do in this life. There is too, and could be, if there never has been, there could be, but I don't see longevity with him, you know, long term. But let's just see any other general messages that need to come through for Jamie. But the combination you have for Mickey, we've got recognition, we've got reward, we've got victory. Oh no, I just messed it all up. Victory and passion, and, you know, yeah, the phallic energy and bringing children forth. That's the two vibes we get with his energy. But let's just get any general messages Jamie needs today moving forward. Ooh, got King of Pentacles. Yeah, I think Mickey's the one that can really fulfill your emotional desires and your physical, material, like, stability and security and needs, like material wealth and abundance and a home, all of that. And you will have that provided for you. And of course, if you want to provide that for yourself as well, you can do that as well. But your current connection, your current relationship, even if it's not on the level, on par with what you want, like emotionally speaking, it can be. But there's this element of needing to communicate better, most specifically for him to open up and be a little more vulnerable, and show his emotions and share his emotions. But I see at times maybe you have trouble speaking your truth or saying what you want to say because you think it's going to offend him or he's going to get mad. Yeah. And so sometimes maybe you hold back your plans or your ideas or your dreams from him because you don't want him to feel bad that, oh, we can't afford it right now, or, oh, I'm only with you for the money. Like there may be something about that, like a dynamic within your relationship. You don't want him to feel not good enough in some ways. So maybe sometimes you don't express all the dreams, goals, wishes, desires you have because you know right now he can't fulfill those, and he knows he can't fulfill those. But that doesn't mean you guys can't work together through life to create that together. You can, and you will if you want to do that. Because he has potential here as his King of Pentacles. Let me bring it up so we can read it. As his King of Pentacles to really make a lot of money. Maybe he does already, I don't know, but I'm not really getting the vibe that he has reached his peak or his potential with what he can bring in financially yet. Buying a home, providing for, you know, college educations if that's a thing, or, you know, just long-term sustainability and legacy for the family. Like he is a father figure through and through and wants to provide. Yeah, you don't want to make him mad a lot also. Yeah, I can totally see that. Because maybe you've said things in the past and he's taken them wrong. And you're like, oh, I'll just not say anything. But I don't think that's the healthy way to go about it either. I think finding a good way to communicate what you want and desire without making him feel lacking for not having that yet is your best way to go. Like a balancing of energies. One more before we close out. He actually just doubled his income. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, because there's the Fool, there's new beginnings. Maybe even a move to a new home. Maybe even Jamie, well, of course, new beginnings with the baby being born. That makes a lot of sense there. And also just new beginnings, maybe with your own inspirations, your own creativity that we really tuned into, that you're going to want to start some sort of online platform or business or something. Because I know if you're anything like me, I have 2 boys myself, and they were about 3.5 years apart. And after Wrigley was born, about a year after my second one was born, I really just was so lost in who am I now? And I really kind of maybe see that coming for you as well. I think all moms go through this at some point. Doesn't have to necessarily be after the second child or the first or the third or whatever, but maybe you hit this point, maybe you already have at points, like, who am I? What is my purpose? What should I do? I don't know what I want to do with my life. I know I'm a mom and that's like priority one, but like once these kids are a little more independent, then what? So maybe making some plans now or, taking action now. Yeah, it's already starting for you. That's absolutely valid for sure. But just examining, like, let's just get an idea of some words of advice on, establishing now what? Now what for Jamie? Now what? Yeah, this is finding like-minded people, finding a community that's more creative, more spiritual, more loving and inclusive, and not just people you've known for a long time. So I'll still be friends, even though I don't really resonate with them anymore. This is maybe you could even vibe with Lori Ladd's video I keep shouting out, because she did talk about that, allowing connections that are no longer serving you to fall away, and not feeling like you have to continue to be friends with people just because you've been friends with people. It's okay to shift and morph and find new friends. Oh, you sent one on PayPal. Cool. Okay, I will be looking for that to come through here in just a minute. Actually, I want to pull two more for Jamie. Anything else she needs to know moving forward while we wait for that donation to come through for Nat G? Ooh. Oh, you sent PayPal, yeah. Setting boundaries, yeah. Threshold, protection, and honor, but just knowing your own boundaries and setting proper boundaries with, Ryan, Mickey, friends, children, making sure you're taking care of yourself is like the key that's coming through here. Specifically to cater to the number 30 here, which adds up to 3, your creative endeavors. Putting boundaries where you can still allow enough time for you to have those creative endeavors and boundaries. But yeah, there's the balance of it all. Finding the balance of your alone time, your time with others, your work time, your mom time, and just finding proper balance is really going to help you thrive through all of these changes and shifts and good news and bad news and everything in between that's coming, in the years ahead. You're in a hurry. Oh no, you're good. Oh no, I'm not in like too big of a hurry. I still have an hour and a half before I have to literally leave my house. So, and I only take less than a half hour to eat. So I still kind of got an hour of cushion time. So I'm good. I'm not like in a big hurry to go. But yeah, and then we got the 30 to the 40. So it's like once you start progressing and, Mickey's progressing, it's not like one step at a time. It's like taking 10 leaps ahead, 10 leaps ahead, 10 leaps ahead. Like there's major movement forward here over the next few years for you guys and individually. That's cool. Yes. Careful optimism, joyful view of the future. And then number 51, which adds up to 6, which is that mothering, nurturing, balanced energy, healing energy. A lot of healing coming in, a lot of balance, a lot of stability, and standing firm in what you know your boundaries are. It's all going to play a role coming up in the next few years. Yeah. I hope that resonated for you, Jamie. And then Nat, once your donation goes through, you can go ahead and post your question. I'm going to take a quick drink of my water. Beautiful reading, though, Jamie. That was really exciting. A lot of good stuff to look forward to with this Fool. It's got some face oil or something on it. Touch my face, touch the cards, see the streaks. I swear I washed my face earlier. Okay. It did. Oh, good. I'm glad. Thanks again for your donation. All right. I'm going to take a drink of my water. I feel good about today's live stream, though. We've got a steady stream of people coming in for their readings. Some of the last, not the last live stream, but, well, kind of the last live stream, I thought I was closing out, and I'm like doing a quick little collective card pull, and then someone would donate. And then I do that, and then someone would donate. It was just kind of like lagging ahead. This has been a more steady stream of, okay, I know I'm going to be here for the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Just sent it. Okay, and it looks like you sent your question with it. Perfect. What will happen in my relationship with Hector, Virgo? Will I meet someone new? Love life vibes. Okay, so let's get a read on Hector. I combined Hector and Virgo to Victor, didn't I? So Hector, who is a Virgo, and then we'll just kind of get a vibe on mystery person or someone else. So we'll just pull maybe 3 cards for Hector, 3 cards for a possible other potential in love. Okay, have fun, Nat. Yes, she will have fun, I'm sure. Okay, so here's Hector's energy. One more for Hector, please, Spirit. Here it is. So someone else, someone new. One more. Another one. Okay, we did it. Okay, let's see what we got. So Hector, we're going to start here. Okay. Wow, this is very similar to kind of a mixed vibe of what Jamie just had with the 2 relationships we were inquiring about for her. Very interesting, both of you were inquiring about this relationship or maybe a different relationship. But what we have here is maybe just feeling some lacking in this relationship a little bit right now, or maybe a lot. It could go, all ends of the spectrum, but we've got the progression from the 6 to the 7. So maybe there has been some disagreements, misunderstandings, miscommunications in this relationship with Hector lately, or maybe even in the past that are still kind of lingering because that energy is still present right now. Where you felt you have to stand your ground or stand up. Maybe he's trying to control certain things you're doing, or maybe there's even codependency issues between the 2 of you where maybe even head games. But I'm really seeing the head games more on his end than yours, if they are possible or present. But this is you guys rising above, maybe working together to rise above any codependency, any issues you've had in the relationship. Because I think at the stability or the bottom line of this relationship, there is a lot of love between you. There could be sometimes toxicity that rears its ugly head. But at the same time, you're dealing with things as they go. Yeah, very distant. I can totally see that with this 4 of Pentacles, kind of just focusing on himself or his own work. I'm seeing work, just being busy, distracting himself with maybe, like, Spirit wanted to say video games, but maybe video games, movies, social media, just, those kind of distractions. Just kind of wasting time too. Yes, he's working towards something, but there's a lot of wasted time with his energy right now. But in the middle of this, we do have victory. So you do have the potential with him it's going to have this, you're going to have this communication, open communication between the 2 of you where you have a big talk or a couple big talks or a couple little talks that add up to a big talk where you guys just get it all out on the table. Because I think he's feeling slighted by you, you're feeling slighted by him, that no one's really quite getting what they want in this relationship right now. Because the colors in these cards are very dull or kind of muted right now. And it's like, let's turn up the vibration. Let's turn up the color. Let's turn up the excitement and the passion. It's like maybe some of the passion has died away because of just day-to-day problems or distance that you're feeling from him. But that doesn't mean that this is forever. Because to me, this just feels like a cycle you're going through right now because you have victory here. Especially after a battle or a war or a big fight or a big coming to Jesus moment or a big conversation where you're both feeling like, no, I'm right. No, I'm right. Or you have to defend yourself and then he feels like he has to defend himself. Especially after that, after you guys come to that point, there will be victory at hand. If you guys can listen openly and honestly and communicate openly and honestly with each other. And I think you're willing to do that already, hands down. But it's just getting him on board to do that. Yeah, he's not putting in any effort. He's just kind of going through the motions. That's exactly what this is showing here. He's kind of like, oh, are they watching? Let me look busy real quick. Okay, they're not watching. Let me do what I want now. And that's not fair to you, especially if you're putting in all this effort and work. But he's going to have to literally step up if this is going to work. Because you're willing and ready right now to make this work. But if he doesn't get there, this won't work. But if he does decide, okay, I'll do it, there will be victory. You guys can overcome this, but you've already decided I'm in it. But if he doesn't step up, you shouldn't have to settle for what he's willing to put forward. You shouldn't have to at all, Nat, at all. Because you do deserve the full thing. You deserve the 9 of Cups. You deserve the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, that passion, that desire, that, I love being in love with you. But you don't have that right now with Hector. Doesn't mean it can't come back. It absolutely can. But he's going to really have to step up his game if this is going to work. Because you're done and are doing everything you can. I think you can do a little more by way of communicating. But if he's already not communicating and is distant, it's almost like null and void. Anything you do really isn't going to help. Let's get a clarification real quick if he will take any action soon. I think you're going to have to be the one to initiate an action that he might then reciprocate, if that makes sense. Like, hey, Hector, I want to talk. And then you say what's on your mind and allow him room or space to say what's on his mind. I don't think he's going to be the one to come forward and start something new with you or, try to make things better with you. You're going to have to be the one to facilitate the change and allow him to either step up or step out. Because it's going to have to be one or the other. He's going to have to step up, or Queen Nat, I don't even know if that's your real name, Natalie. I don't know. Spirit's just being funny. Queen Nat deserves to be elevated, deserves love, deserves respect, deserves attention, time, and effort. Let's get a clarification if Hector's going to step up. I don't know that he will. And this is even more muted. Like the color has drained even farther from this card. But I would still say, because victory is here, I would say just give it one last chance, Nat. Give it one last chance for you to say everything that's on your heart. And then the ball is in his court. Because if he doesn't step up from there forward, you know your answer. You know you can move forward and you don't have to keep, trying to beat a dead horse. I hate that expression, but like that's what Spirit gave me. You can't pump life into something that is dead, is kind of how Spirit's showing. And he can choose. He can choose to end this or step up. But I would try to give this one more shot. Let's feel into someone new's energy. Ooh, I'm already liking this a lot already. I'm loving this. Yeah, okay. This is beautiful. Yeah, this is mysterious. This is dark and mysterious, but not dark in a bad way. Dark in a good way. Like the lights are dim for a romantic candlelit dinner kind of dark, not like evil dark. That's what I'm getting here. Wow. Well, there is someone else that you will probably have a long-term future with, because the Hierophant can indicate marriage here. Temperance is finding a balance between loving yourself and loving someone else. And maybe even taking some of this temperance over into this relationship and loving yourself and just literally putting yourself on a pedestal right now, Nat, and just doing the self-love, self-care vibe, learning about yourself, maybe diving into your astrology chart, your human design, I don't know, maybe doing your own tarot readings for yourself, just to learn about yourself, because you may have even settled for treating yourself the way that Hector has been treating you, Queen. And you deserve to be treated like a queen. And he hasn't been treating you like a queen. So you've been treating yourself kind of how he's been treating you. Just step up right now. Maybe that is your victory, is you learning to get your groove back. Getting your groove back. We'll feel into that. Let's feel into that if you know this new person. I feel this new person is older than you, though. Not like really older than you, but like maybe a couple years older than you. Yeah, let's see. But this person may be a Sagittarius, a Taurus, or just some other fire sign, which would be your Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But I'm really picking up the fire energy because Temperance energy is Sagittarius. Hierophant is Taurus energy. So if this person is very fiery, very passionate, but they have a grounded way of going about life. They're not fiery and passionate at the expense of, well, I'm going to do all these things and then screw work tomorrow. I'm just not going to go in. No, they're very responsible. They're very grounded in the passionate steps that they take. They're probably very stable and secure in their job. They're a very hard worker. They love being in love. This person loves to pamper and spoil the love that's in their life. Treating them like a queen. Here you go. That's exactly what you will get with this other potential person. Let's see if you know them. I don't think you know them yet. I don't think you know them yet, because this is lies and deception. No. So that's basically a no. I'm not seeing this person being a liar or deceptive no. I'm just seeing in the context to the question, this is a definite no. You don't know them yet. This is new vibe, new energy. But that's not to say if there's someone you already have your eye on that you can't go in that direction. I think that could be a potential for you as well. Let's just see. You're going to meet them soon. Yeah, and Spirit's very funny with their definition of soon. In Spirit terms, soon can be 3 minutes from now or 10 years from now. So I try to get my best timelines, but I always say please take them with a grain of salt. But I'm going to just roll the astro die and try to speak in terms of months. Please, Spirit, speak in terms of months. How many months from now is Nat going to be able to meet this new person come in? They're showing me already, though, there might be this element of maybe 6 months or so of you healing yourself before even wanting to be in another relationship, because you're kind of healing from anything closing out between you and Hector, and, just really leaning and loving on yourself and becoming that queen that you already are, but just acknowledging the queen that you already are. But let's just see about in months how long it might be till Nat meets this person. We got a 3. So if you do meet this person within the next 3 months, I would just say take it slow and steady, because this person is all about the long game anyway with this Hierophant. They want stable, committed, long-term relationship. They don't want a one-night stand anyway. So just take this relationship slow and savor every step. Savor the flirting. Savor that first kiss and that chance or time between, your first real physical contact. Really savor and enjoy, because this is a queen bee here. I just now noticed that. This is a queen bee. The queen bee, she pops out a lot of babies. She's busy all day. But like when it's time for her to rest, she gets to savor the best food, the best luxury in the whole hive. She literally is a queen. They all flock to protect her. They all do what she says. They all, until there's another queen in town, and then they all take her down. But like we're not going down that road. That's not relevant to the reading here. But this to me feels like you literally dating yourself. If you do end things with Hector, give it one more chance if that's what you feel you want to do, unless you already are like, nah, I'm already over it. Let's just go. You do you, boo. You decide what you want to do with Hector. And once you've decided, maybe even before you've decided, already start dating yourself. From this moment forward, Nat, start dating yourself. Treat yourself the way you would love a love interest to treat you. Take care of yourself, pamper yourself, nurture yourself. Do what's best for you. Because Hector's not going to do what's best for you, at least in this current energy he's in. He's definitely not there right now. He's doing what's best for him. So you do what's best for you, boo, and then shifting possibly to this other deal. Let's just see any words of wisdom or advice in general for Nat's love life from here moving forward, and possibly her dating herself for a minute. Ooh, we got a lot to say about this. Spirit's got a lot to say. But I'm loving what I see right here. I am loving it. Can't lie about that. I'm loving it. Okay. So first and foremost, we have the 3 of Cups. So this is also finding like a sister, like soul sisters, soul brothers, vibing with like-minded people or friends. Oh, there goes my battery again. I think we can do this, hopefully. But if my battery dies, I will go change it real quick. But we've got the 3 of Cups. So this is celebration. This is getting together with friends and almost acting as a single lady. Hanging out with friends, but dating yourself at the same time. But with like-minded and like-vibed people. If you don't have very many close friend connections that really vibe with you, you have potential and opportunity to build that. And that will really maybe put you in alignment with meeting this person. Maybe this person is related to one of your friends. It's like a brother to one of your soul sisters or something. But we got the Knight of Pentacles, so slow and steady. So don't try to, go after love right now. Because there is this time that you deserve to date yourself and really know who you are just as you and your energy without Hector or this other person involved. Of course, you can go out with friends and, have fun and stuff, but date yourself. And then we got here new love. New love. Dating yourself, though. I think that's the new love they're talking about first and foremost, and then secondary, this love. Because we placed it right over this. So I think that's for sure. Messages. I don't know if you're on some sort of online dating app or will be, but maybe you're getting a DM from this person or something possibly. Oh, there goes the battery. The last card we have here is the Magician. I'm just going to set it down. I'm going to grab that other battery real quick, and then we will continue. I knew this was going to happen. But we've been live for over 3 hours, so we're doing it. We're doing the thing. Okay, if you have headphones on, there might be a quick beep. Sorry about that. Turn it down for a second. Oh, it didn't do it this time. Yay. Okay. Get us back on track. Work. There we go. I'll have to focus again here in a second. Get it all lined up. Okay, that's good. At least to finish us out. You're our last one for today, so we should be good. I think that was the last donation. Okay, so oops, let me autofocus this bad boy. Hopefully we can focus it a little lower on the cards. Can you focus here, please? It's like, no, I'm going to focus where I want to focus. Okay, we'll just roll with that for now. Whatever. Whatever, camera. It's cool. Okay. Oops. Just get that little corner of my laptop that's annoying right there out of the camera because that just annoys me sometimes. There we go. That's good enough. Good enough. Okay, I'm going to go charge this real quick. It's right here. Okay, so Magician card. This is you manifesting what you want, what you desire in love. And first and foremost, you dating yourself for a little while, hot minute, is going to be your best bet. And then, laying a beautiful foundation for you loving yourself will then set the stage for someone else to love you on that caliber or on that level as well. Because maybe you went into this relationship, there's saying no maybe about it. You definitely went into this relationship with Hector already having maybe a low self-esteem or feeling not good enough in some way. And that's not a great way to enter a relationship anyway, but you're going to enter this next relationship feeling like you're feeling yourself, like in a good way. Like this is not in an ego way, but just in a self-love, self-care. Oh, there it goes. Let me push record. That's what I forgot to do. Self-love, self-care kind of way. Hello, Linda. You do always come in, but hey, divine timing is always at play. And of course, you can always scroll back and watch. But if you were wanting to do a donation, I'd say now's the time because I'm about to go close out and leave. But if you were just here for the vibe, that's cool too. This will be posting back to my channel here very soon. But yeah, let me just pull one more for Nat, Priestess of Light Oracle. Grateful optimism. Yes, joyous view of the future. And then the number 51, which adds up to 6, which is about nurturing yourself, loving and mothering yourself. Okay, sure, Linda, absolutely. Loving yourself, really guiding and dating yourself, and having a joyous and happy and optimistic view of, what is next in love, no matter what you choose. Just loving yourself and knowing you're worth someone to step up or step out. Yay, Nat. You got this. You're going to get through this. And whatever you decide, just put yourself first. Put yourself first. Because you deserve it, Queen. You do. And you are so welcome. Absolutely. Absolutely welcome. All right. I'm going to take a drink of water. And I'm almost getting this vibe that if you do have this conversation with Hector, you're going to feel like you talked and talked and talked and talked and talked. And your throat is going to be kind of like, wow, I really talked a long time. Because I've been live 3 hours and 16 minutes. I haven't had a live stream that long in a hot minute. So yeah, you're going to maybe have a really long conversation with Hector about this stuff. So keep that in mind. Okay. Put these away. Linda donated. Go ahead and post your question, my dear. We'll get right into it for you. Okay. Yeah, clear my throat chakra again. She says probably about that long conversation. Yeah. Oh, that's okay, Linda. You can do it when we're done. I totally trust you. You're good. You can just send that right when we're done. How about that? So just go ahead and post your question and I can get right into it for you. Well, Queen of Cups, trusting your intuition is key already, Linda, coming through. So we will just get this all set up for you. Put that die back. Unless we need it again. Who knows? We can just grab it again. I've pretty much been using 2 decks all day, except I did use a different tarot deck for a couple. I'm just loving the combination of these two. I don't know why. They're giving some powerful messages today, that's for sure. And here I thought years ago, before I even became a tarot reader on YouTube, I've been a tarot reader since 1997, so like taking it back to high school vibes. But not like a professional tarot reader, I guess. But I always used to think, when I get all these other decks, I'm going to be even better. I'm going to be even better. But really, when spirit really comes through is when I'm just allowing maybe 2 or 3 or 4 decks and just really concentrating on that and just allowing the messages to come through whichever decks I intuitively selected usually is my best path to follow with what I do here. I don't know why. Yeah, absolutely, Linda. That's cool. Okay, let's read her question. So, have travel plans in the in late May to mid-June for England. Worried a bit about COVID and late planning. Will it be okay? Any insight appreciated? And into how the trip will go. Okay, yeah, that's exciting because that's probably the first trip you've taken like that in a very long time because COVID days. But let's see her travel plans. Does she have anything to worry about? What does she need to know about it? Anything Spirit wants to divulge. Okay, this is perfect. And I love that this came out with the Strength card, the Devil, and the Strength. the devil is mostly that like ego or like your mind. You know, a lot of it's like the higher octave. I always say is of the Eight of Swords, of your own anxiety, stress, feeling trapped. You know, not thinking things are gonna go. You know, it's kind of the self-fulfilling prophecy. What you think, you know, where your attention goes, your energy flows. So if you think it's gonna be a disaster, you're gonna manifest a disaster. But if you think everything's gonna pay off and play out really well, it's most likely going to do that. Not to say you won't hit a snag or two, but at least you're not all doom and gloom about it, if that makes sense. But let's see. Yeah, just tuning into your inner strength. And the fact that you booked this vacation to this specific place, I feel like you may even have a past life tie to this place. This place has really been calling your name for a long time, and you're finally getting back there. And I say back there, you may not have been there ever before in this life, but you have been living there or existing there in a past life. So your higher self is guiding you back, possibly to close out some karmic cycles with that death. Feeling called to travel back to this place to close out karmic cycles. But that doesn't necessarily mean that anything bad is going to happen, karmically speaking, on this trip. Maybe this is good karma. Maybe you're gaining good karma. Maybe you're getting inspired to do something totally new and take your life on a whole new trajectory just because you planned this trip and went there. Because when we can revisit somewhere we've been in a past life, is a magical experience. And I can speak from experience because I actually had that happen. I actually had a life as a miner in a town, I don't know how far Butte is from here, but Butte, Montana, in 1917, you know, over 100 years ago, there was the biggest mining disaster in history, U.S. history, took place. And I had a lifetime there. And when I went back and stood there, we almost went to visit my grave from that past life. This past time we went through 2 weeks ago when my kids were on spring break, or I guess it was a week ago today. It was a week ago today. But I'm like, no, I'm just not feeling doing it yet. But I have already 3 spring breaks ago, I did set foot on the property that I built that house that I lived in on. And it just opened something up. And after that, I decided I'm going to do my YouTube. I'm going to just take the leap of faith and do tarot, and it really paid off for me. I mean, maybe not financially yet, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, this job has paid me so much. Not so much financially, but yeah, it's been enough financially that I can help my mom, but just not to the capacity that I want to help my mom. You know what I mean? But it really opened me revisiting a place from my past life, really opened up something new for me, and I really see that same vibe for you. Yeah, you felt stuck lately in the past 2 to 3 years and you need some refreshing newness. Yes. And would love to experience some connection there from a past life. Yeah. And then we got the moon. Ooh. This is interesting because this past life that you had there is actually in your mother's bloodline. This is you were your own ancestor. I don't know if you have ancestry in this specific area that you can point to. It may be so far back we don't have recorded history of it. I'm not sure. But if you have ancestral roots or lineage to this place, just know, absolutely, this is in your mother's bloodline. You have ancestors in your mother's bloodline that were in some way, shape, or form associated with this place, and you were incarnated as that ancestor. Wow. Oh, your moon is in Aries. So this new moon is happening. This new moon is actually happening in your moon sign. It's your like lunar return. For the year. The new moon is happening here. So this is a new beginning for you. For a whole year, that's so exciting. So set some really beautiful intentions. Yeah, because you've been feeling like lied to, cheated from, stolen from. Maybe it's just energetically speaking. It doesn't have to be physically, but you're feeling like short-sighted or short end of the stick. Maybe even just thinking life is just throwing one curveball after another, or why is everything so difficult? Everything I plant, the leaves get eaten. Every egg I lay, someone steals it. I just can't create that abundance, that happiness that I've been wanting. But that's shifting. That is changing. Yes, because we got the Temperance. But of course, there's a little snapping river turtle here. Not a snapping turtle, river turtle here on the Temperance card, which is that slow and steady energy. So yeah, it's not going to be a switch flipping overnight that, oh yeah, everything's completely night and day different. But I see you getting a handle on and a shift forward in a better place, starting today, literally, with your moon in Aries. Starting today, literally. And I got chills now. So there might be an ancestor on your mother's side coming through as well that is just, you know, rooting you forward, rooting you on. None that you're aware of. Yes, that's how I've been feeling lately for me. Yeah, absolutely. What else for Linda in this trip? You've got a victory here. I love that this card keeps coming out. The last 3 readings, this card has come out. So you've got victory here. This trip is going to be life-changing in such a good way. You're going to have you looking back on the trip, you're going to say it was a success. So don't worry about any doom and gloom, disaster scenarios, not being able to go, it being difficult. Maybe plan for those things, but don't manifest those things, if that makes sense. You know, having a backup plan just in case, but like just knowing things, I think for the most part are going to move forward pretty smoothly. I think you're going to be just fine with this trip, and it's going to feel exciting, especially after all the hard times you've been through lately the past couple years. This is going to feel like that victory. It's like maybe you kept losing the battles, but you just are winning the war with being able to go on this trip. It's like you finally conquered and won. Team Linda won. Let's see what else. Anything else Linda needs to know? King of Swords. Yeah, just being in, like, literally communicating to spirit what you want to experience, and then experiencing that thing. It's like you speaking into existence what you want to experience and manifest, and then it happening. Because the King of Swords is the king of communication. So just make sure, you know, you've got everything printed out that you need, and almost over communicating about the plans, about who's involved in this trip, about the, you know, the airlines, the times, making sure all your plans are according to what you know them to be. They're going to be just fine. Yeah, because right now you feel stuck, almost like, man, I cannot wait for the end of May or mid-May or whatever this is, the end of May into mid-June. You're just like, I can't wait for this trip. I can't wait for this trip. I can't wait for this trip. I'm so excited. It's going to happen. Yeah, you're not going to feel stuck so much after this trip. Yeah, look. Oh my goodness. Oh, do you not see this? The chrysalis has opened and now the butterfly is out. Wow, this is powerful, Linda. Stop it. Yes, but judgment, this is spiritual awakening. This is, you know, releasing limiting beliefs about yourself and about others and about the world. You know, stepping more into what you're here to do on this planet. Having some direction, having some forward momentum, finally. And I'm hearing finally for you, Linda, yes. But trusting your intuition that everything is going to be fine. And if you feel something's not right, trust it. If you feel something's right, trust that as well. Let's get one more on this before we go to the Priestess of Light Oracle. Hello, Brianna. All right. Hope you're feeling better, my dear. Yeah, we got 4 cups. So pairing this up with everything, it's going to be the trip of a lifetime, I'm hearing. But when you come home, you might have kind of this, like, they're showing me like a bride after, you know, maybe a year or more of planning the wedding. You know, her whole life was taken over by this wedding that's going to happen, wedding that's going to happen, wedding that's going to happen. And then the wedding happens, it's so great, and it's everything she ever imagined. But then, you know, you go on the honeymoon, it's great. And then you come home and it's like, well, now what? It's kind of like, yeah, the fun is gone now. So you might have a little, I guess, moment of boredom or sadness after the trip when you come home, kind of like, But actually, this is going to help add or become like that incubation for the new egg or the new opportunity that you're going to create as a result of all this new energy of clearing the stagnancy from the past couple years. So let's just get one more of this. Yeah, too much in your head and worry too much. It's going to release. Have faith in it and be okay. Yeah, it will. One more. Just anything else Linda needs to know once she gets home from this trip and kind of feels apathetic. Exactly. You're going to be inspired. There is a new beginning. Again, potential announcements, exciting news coming in. News possibly of this a lot of times is a pregnancy announcement card, or, you know, but like I was saying, that egg that you are, you know, fertilizing or planting, or that, you know, seed you're planting. This could be, you know, announcement of the birth of a new creative idea you have, or a new, you know, thing that you're going to have abundant in your life. Oh yeah, you're sad because your son will be off in college. Yeah, I can see that with this. But you're seeing this new beginning. Yeah, Page of Sons. Page of Cups could be your son. His new beginning. He's excited. He's sending you news home from college. Like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. I'm having a great time. It's a new beginning for sure, and possibly with your child, because the pages that indicate our children. And we also have the 2 of Cups. So this is saying, in regards to your son, you guys are soulmates. There is that soul family connection. So even if he does go off to college, he's still going to come home. He's still going to visit. He's still going to call. You're still going to be that, strong family unit and have, they're actually showing me you're going to actually strengthen your connection and your relationship with him with some distance, with him going to college. It might not seem like that's even possible, but just hear me out. Just wait it out and feel it out, because you'll see it when he does come home. It's like there's a light in his eyes, and he's just a new happy version of himself. Not that he's not new and happy now, but like it's like he's just this whole other level of evolved version of who he used to be right before your eyes. It's beautiful. So yeah, this is going to be good for him, and I think also good for you. It's going to put your focus maybe for a minute, like, planning that wedding, or, planning to get your son off to college, but then he goes off to college and you're like, well, now what for me? Now what for me? But this actually is like a new beginning for you as well, Linda, especially if you don't have any other children at home, which I want to say you don't, but if you do, you'll go through this again if that's the case, but I'm not really seeing that as the case for some reason. Maybe if you do have other children that are younger, maybe they just want to stay home for a couple years after graduating. I don't know. Or if he is your youngest, yeah, this feels like a closing out of a cycle. Yeah, only one child. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's why I wasn't feeling any others at home. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is a new beginning for you too, Mama. It is. And it's beautiful, because you're gonna do something great with this. But I don't think Spirit wants to really illuminate what that is yet, because you're meant to find out on your own. Yeah, it's going to be a surprise, because I shuffled all those back in, and that surprise cup card, Page of Cups, came back out. Yeah, fun. So cool. All right, you guys, that is all I have donations for and time for today. I've got 58 minutes before I got to leave my house and go pick up the kids, so I'm going to go. But I love you guys. I'm so glad you guys got to hang out with me, and I got to hang out with you. I love it. We're at 3 hours, 31 minutes, and 3 seconds, right as I saw that. So I think that's a great time to close out. I love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You too, Brianna. I hope you're doing better. Thanks, man. I'm excited about this new phase. Not only my son's, but mine. Yes, it's going to be exciting. All right, you guys. I love you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful, blessed, beautiful weekend. It's Friday all day. April Fool's Day. Go out and do something beautiful for someone. And I love you. Bye.